People complaining about that.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to day 4 of E3, right? Day 1 of the show, opening up.
But
And, first official day. Yeah, welcome to the official Easy Allies Nintendo pre-show. We got the Nintendo E3 2008 Direct coming up in about an hour. And we got a bunch to talk about, actually. We might have talked about this to death in previous stuff, but I think this is the first time I'm going to get some of the opinions from some of you, which is pretty good.
Let's beat it with a stick, Tommy.
But I want to start because like Kyle likes to say, I like new news and stuff. We actually had a new Switch game announced before this from Konami. Don't get too excited. Yeah,
I'm just excited you have an official announcement and you're not like, I heard on the dark web this morning that...
No, they had a official release, a trailer and everything. Okay. So Konami is releasing, it looks like a spiritual successor to Track and Field called Hyper Sports R for the Switch.
What's with the R? They did the R with Bomberman,
It sold well, so they're rolling with it.
That's for rolling.
That's right.
Yeah. I feel ashamed that I do not know it.
Running.
No,
stands for running.
Super Bomberman R, remaster. No, not a remaster. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it uses the Joy-Cons, the Track and Field. Yeah, they're hitting the button to tap really fast, and as you'll see, that's old school.
The animation of the button is
and then now look what it becomes to. In 2018, you will be doing this. Yeah.
Good stream game.
One thing that we didn't get into details yesterday, Ubisoft, Just Dance is also on Switch. But it's also on Wii U and on the Wii.
Wow.
And on the Wii. Still selling well.
I don't know which one of those I'm more confused about.
No, because the Wii version will probably outsell the Wii U version.
Oh, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's why. They're Hyper Sports R. There you go. I actually want... I guess maybe they don't have the rights to Track and Field, so they can't say Track and Field. I have no idea.
I think Track and Field's a generic enough term. It would
I actually don't know
football.
if this is actually Track and Field, but this is...
Well, this reminds me of the
fact the button tapping,
Wii Sports used to be the game, and that series is just gone. It's weird. Weird that we're now here on Switch.
Yeah, there's definitely a void that can possibly be filled, but I just don't know how much demand there is for that anymore, honestly. It would have been funny if they showed the power pad, because that's what I remember running on the power pad.
That was great.
Going nuts on that. So we have this thing.
Was Deca Sports Konami or was that Bandai?
No. It was
Who was that?
Wasn't it Hudson?
Hudson is part of. They've been absorbed into Konami.
I know. Deca Sports had multiple games that came out.
Yeah.
And they even had one coming on Kinect, I think, too, because they were originally Wii.
No,
because I actually went to an event for the first one, and I'm trying to remember. I know the people did the PR for it, but I just don't remember if it was Hudson or something else. But
I think it was definitely Hudson or Konami, but I could be wrong.
The multi-platform game also coming to Switch had a new trailer today. Valkyria Chronicles 4. English trailer, very nice. Getting excited for that. I'm really curious to see how it plays on the Switch, because to me that is a game that I think should run just fine on the Switch and should be close to parity with the other versions of it.
But Sega's making sure that's everywhere, because that was in the PC Gaming Show too.
Oh yeah. I'm happy.
Good, show it off.
Yeah, I'm happy with Sega pushing Valkyria, and I think they will see that their efforts are rewarded when that game comes out. Just gotta bring us Valkyria 3, Sega. Find a way to make it happen. Be nice. Let's talk about some other stuff. Let's talk about Pokemon real quick.
Oh?
Because we got this Direct coming up in less than an hour, and they're talking about... They said they're going to do that about Switch games and Switch games coming in 2018. And we know that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee is coming out this year. First of all, now that time is settled, how do you feel about it now? Do you still feel the same after its initial reveal? So we were all here. We were all together and saw it. But do you feel better about it? Do you feel worse about it?
There was how I felt in the announcement, and then that shifted to a little less hype once I immediately understood oh, okay, I see what this is. And then I think I've plateaued pretty much ever since then.
Okay.
Where something that I want to try I did spend a lot of time with Pokemon Go. I am proud of my little collection there. Like, I'm very curious in the phone to switch and switch to phone functionality. How fast that is, how easy that is, how tempting it is to make that work. If this might reinvigorate my Pokemon Go cravings that, do pop up every now and then when I'm at a con or at Disneyland or something, or in another town where I'm like, oh, let me see what Pokemon are here. But I will not beat this game. I highly doubt. I highly doubt I'm going to be going in any, gym leaders or anything in this. If that's even a thing you can do.
What about you, Blood? How do you feel about how did it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still positive on it. I don't know that it's going to be like Joan said. I don't know it's a game I'm going to put a lot of time into. But I'm definitely curious to see how it'll work and give it a shot.
You curious about how it's
Give it
going to
a
work?
shake.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was confirmed it's going to be playable at Nintendo's booth.
Oh,
So you'll be able to go check it out.
With the ball controller?
Like you won't need to. This
Probably
is
with the
a
ball
game.
controller, yeah.
Only Smash Brothers requires the QR code, so this will be playable at their booth. You just gotta wait in a line to play it. So yeah, you can try it out. I'm sure they will have that.
I
Pokeball
imagine they
for
will
you.
only have that Pokeball.
And it'll
available
probably be
to play.
tied to something, so
Right.
you
Sure,
can't-
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
A person.
with an armed guard.
I do want to try that as a controller because you can move around and everything.
I like that it's one-handed.
yeah.
I think that's I think that's neat that they wanted to stick to that. That's the kind of stuff that I dig. That if I was 30 years younger, hell yeah, I'd be way.
Like
He's just
30 years
shaking
younger.
my parents. Like,
Oh yeah,
you have to get
Oh,
it.
yeah,
You
that
have
would've
to.
been, like-
There's no point in playing this game unless I have the controller. The controller first, game second.
I wonder if they're gonna have different variations of the Pokeball. Like they're gonna have up to
Master
Master
Ball.
Ball.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Not at launch though. Not at launch.
Oh.
Because everybody's got to buy it first, and then you drop the the Master Ball.
Do you remember Opuna, the RPG on the Wii
gosh,
that was
yeah.
entirely the nunchuck?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
it can definitely be done.
Cool.
It doesn't have to be a simple game.
What about you, Brad? How are you feeling about
Oh, this is a hard out for me.
Hard
This is
out,
hard out,
dude.
dude. This is not the Pokemon game for me. And that's okay. I'll wait for the real deal. I'll wait for the real deal.
Speaking of the real deal, do you think there's any chance we'll see anything about Pokemon 2019 at this?
No.
No.
No? Okay. We're all on the same page then.
Yeah.
I don't think so either. That will be its own direct next year. That's all I really, except from Smash Brothers, with the Pokemon stuff in Smash Brothers, that's all I expect to see of Pokemon.
Yeah. The first one's called Pokeball Plus. Pokeball Ultra will be
Then Master.
Yeah. then Pokeball Master.
Speaking of Smash Brothers, think it's all but confirmed that is going to be like the bulk of probably their presentation today is spending time on Smash Brothers. And you know what? How big of a deal Nintendo's making this? I know the rumors say it's just like it's a hybrid port / new content, like a Smash 4.5
They
type
have
deal.
said that? I didn't
Oh,
think
no,
they'd said
rumor.
it.
No,
rumors.
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 That's it. The rumors have everyone keeps saying, "Oh, I've heard this. It's a 4.5 type Smash Brothers." I'm like, sorry, Smash 4.5. I don't know if that's how it feels like Nintendo's making this a big deal. I feel like there's got to be a little bit more to it than that. Do you feel?
I'm going to say it's a real deal, brand new Smash, dude.
brand new,
Brand
straight
new,
up. Like,
yeah.
so
brand
Smash
new, boom.
5.
Smash 5, boom.
Yeah,
What?
I really don't see a reason to think that this is just a port. Like, it would have been said by now. It just seems like a really strange thing to still have that expectation. It's Smash Brothers. It already looks incredible, so I don't expect it to look particularly different than the Wii U game. And again, Splatoon is a perfect example of a game that on the surface you look at it as like, oh, this just looks like they ported Splatoon to the Switch, and then you actually get into the details of everything and put them side by side. It's like, oh no, this is a really extremely different game from a technological standpoint to where they really did put a lot of effort. And so I think Smash Brothers can be the same kind of thing, where it's like, yeah, sure, you took that base game engine but then you bulked it up in every possible way.
How do you feel about new Smash Brothers, Brandon?
Well, the thing that's confusing for me is I have played every Smash Brothers game since I even played the 64 version. I remember I went to my nephew-in-law's house, and he had it, and I was like, whoa, I didn't even know this was on the 64. It was years ago. But I played a bunch of Melee. I think I've since Melee, there's I played less and less.
Sure.
But it's hard for me, other than just this obvious visual upgrade that makes it so clear, that when we went from the GameCube to the Wii, it was like, okay, this is visually a much different looking game. But I think going from Wii U to Switch, I think you can improve the engine, and I just can't tell. I think we're talking mostly about modes now, as far as really identifying, okay, this is a separate game, because there's this whole crazy mode here that we didn't know about. So to me, if I don't hear that, and they don't really go into, if it's just characters, and they don't really describe all of these different new ways to play and all these, possibly a new single player campaign or possibly new competitive things, or the way they structure different modes. I'm seeing lots of notes where people bring up the HUD and they're like, move this over here, make this the default, make this the way that I pick characters, or make this easier and not so confusing for new people going into the HUD. If they make those little tiny changes, I think it's real hard. I think this Smash Brothers is more difficult than any other Smash Brothers to determine what is a quote unquote sequel, because it is easy to take this base game and just throw a bunch of new characters at it. I think modes is going to be the main thing I'm listening for to really determine okay, that took a long time. That clearly, since the last Smash, was an initiative by Nintendo to be this is really important for Switch that we get this game on there before Metroid, before Animal Crossing, before Pilot Wings, before Star Fox, before a lot of this other stuff.
So I just got a press release about Switch.
Scoops!
Scoop it up.
So this is from Gung Ho Entertainment, who I believe did Let It Die. This the game is called Ninjala, and
Jolly?
Ninjala.
Okay.
And it says Ninja Gum Action.
Ninja gum? Like chewing gum?
So I'm trying to see. It's got a crafty weapon system, refined parkour mechanics. Scheduled for spring 2019. Oh, it's gonna be at E3. To play.
Ooh. I'm going to the booth for free gum, baby.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, okay, here we go. A morphing
Ninja
ninja gum action game that allows players to blow bubble gum to craft weapons and use the unconventional fighting method ninjutsu. Okay.
Of course.
We need to see
this. Of course.
Yeah, we definitely need to see this.
I don't know there's
That
no
sounds
trailer,
hilarious.
but this, I need to see this in action. It sounds
it's
insane.
so simple.
And it says online battles as well.
It's Ben!
Online battle.
Oh, former director and co-producer of Dissidia. And planning director from The World Ends With You.
Okay.
Wow.
All
right. Well, that made me a little more excited.
Those are the right words.
You're dropping
Not
some words.
Dissidia, though.
With Ninjala,
in there.
we are creating a generation-defying game that implements the portable, flexible mechanics of the Switch.
Okay. Generation defining kind of lost me there.
Yeah.
Kind of backed out.
I'm waiting for
Beautiful
Dissidia to turn
levels.
around, Brad.
Me too.
I'm ready.
Me too.
I think at any point they can change it, and I'm in.
Wholesome player interaction.
Wholesome player interaction. That's what I'm talking about.
Wholesome.
Fun for the whole family.
Bubblegum Warfare Madness.
All right.
Oh, and players can take on the game in an 8-player battle royale.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go, baby.
Yeah.
I think you have at least double digits to call it Battle Royale. Yeah.
And gum.
And gum. Yeah, that works. I do, Jones, everything you just said about Smash Brothers, I agree with you. My gut instinct is that they're going to go all out with modes and features. This is going to have the most modes, going to have the most features. The music selection is going to be bigger than ever. They're probably going to have crazy, I wonder if they're going to take the customization thing they did in the Wii U version with the Mii, custom Miis and adding moves and stuff. They're going to build upon that. I think you're gonna see everything coming back, break the targets, the home run. Can't wait to see home run derby. That's gonna be coming back. I bet they have some new crazy mode, not an adventure mode, but a new challenge mode. Remember fighting Giga Bowser and all that. That stuff's all coming back as well.
Probably not a ton of specific details in the direct. Probably immediately after we go to Treehouse, and they're like, okay, so as you saw, we mentioned this new single player mode. Let's dive into that and show you what it is.
That single player mode, I really hope it comes back, and I really hope it's good, and I really hope it just embraces Nintendo heritage instead of trying to do what my biggest problem with Subspace Emissary is they tried to create a new type of enemy and enemy forces, and it just was too generic to me.
Right.
I'm playing Smash Bros. I want you to bring in all the enemies from all their franchises.
It felt a little bit like a Kirby game, right?
Played, yeah.
And so and in that same sense, they didn't feel very threatening or anything. It was just okay, we're gonna kind of go through this stage, it's going to have these cool cutscenes, but there's not a whole lot there. Well, you mentioned the challenge mode. What could be cool, I think, and I don't believe Smash has done it, would be co-op challenges.
Oh.
Like get together with friends and beat like a Giga Bowser kind of boss, or like fight Ridley together.
Some of those might have been 2-player. I forget.
I think they were.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah, you can't remember.
Was it a computer that would fight
it
with you?
might have been AI. Yeah, you had AI help
Yeah.
in some of those. I don't know if you had another human player though.
I mean, I definitely took them on by myself, but it would be cool to bring
that would be
a
actually
group of
that
people
actually
together.
would be.
You need to if they were like
Definitely
game
took 'em all by
focused, so they
himself.
like you were with the Nintendo characters on their map,
Jolly
maybe
co-op
recreating
against
something
Bowser.
from popular
Giga
Nintendo
Bowser.
games.
Solaire.
Oh, there you go.
Yes!
Dude, okay, so this adventure mode that we want here. Like, dude, this going back to Melee, you remember that first level, you literally played as any character going through a version of the first world of Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, that was so cool. It's like, man, but now what if they take it a step further and they go through, they bring in other stuff and they have a Dark Souls level.
Yes.
Dark Souls level. With Dark Souls traps.
Ben likes it.
I mean,
Yes.
they did it in Mario Odyssey, so
Yes. Brad.
There's like,
Here
oh
we
my
go.
god, dude, Torch Demon at the end or something.
Yes.
There are soapstone signs for
Bowser's
the
a
players.
Torch.
On fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh.
dude.
I'm liking this, Brad. The possibilities here. Like,
Oh
I want
my
like
God.
a Mega Man stage. If Mega Man's going to be returning in this, I want a Mega Man themed like adventure mode stage.
Yeah.
That would be so
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, yeah, Wily's Castle in 4 was really good.
And if Castlevania, like the Belmont rumor is true, having a Castlevania level,
Okay,
where they like
okay,
trolls where
well, wait,
everything
if we're gonna talk about
every
that.
enemy spikes you down, so it's like instead of getting like the hit back, it just insta kills you down into like a
my heart.
Yes,
Too much.
it's good stuff.
Too
See,
much.
here's the thing, Brad, is I've never really drilled into Smash Brothers before, so I've always just kind of picked. I actually, for as little as I know about the Fire Emblem franchise, I love the Fire Emblem characters, and
There are a lot of them.
and I like them all. I just like their design, and I think it's fun to just play like a traditional fantasy like action hero. But if we get Alucard anybody in this
Anyone,
game
yeah.
from the Castlevania franchise, that is my solo pick every match, every time.
I want it to be Simon. I want it to be Simon.
Trevor would be sweet too.
Trevor would be sweet too.
Not probably ability wise vastly different from Simon, but
oh, yeah, they can be
anyway.
super similar. Yeah.
I'm ready.
I want a Castlevania stage where it starts out as level 1, Castlevania 1,
Outside
8-bit
the
style,
castle.
but then it transitions into this sweet reimagining with modern graphics of that same stage. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
We're
big
getting
dreams.
excited, aren't you? You're getting excited about that.
Yeah, dude.
But now we're just setting up for disappointment
I
when
know.
it's not showing
What
off.
is Simon Belmont's final smash?
Finals.
Oh.
It's got to be
Oh.
like it's got to be like the cross thing from Rondo of Blood or something like that, where the big cross goes around or something like that.
Or maybe like a lineage thing, where like all of his descendants,
Oh.
or like all of his
Mega Man style, just like they did with Mega Man in
that's a
Smash
really
4.
good idea.
Where you get all of.
I can't remember what it was fun. I remember it was the
Oh,
very
yeah,
end of the
yeah, that's
Castlevania
it.
retrospective. There was a shot where like everyone came in, like all of his ancestors.
Belmont
like,
Family Attack. Holy shit, E3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They could do if they ever did Richter, they could have Alucard come out with
Yeah.
him and all that stuff. Like everyone from Symphony that could come out.
This is good stuff.
Oh, too good.
This is good stuff. I want to talk about the characters, the roster. What roster changes you think might happen in terms of? Do you think anyone's getting the axe? Do you think that they will cut anyone to bring in to bring in new?
Fighter, yeah.
That will they cut any older characters to bring in new characters from a certain franchise, i.e., like Fire Emblem?
I do
or
think Fire Emblem
Xenoblades?
is
I think they could
most
cut-
likely to,
Yeah, I
some
agree.
cuts.
I think they could cut Dark Pit.
Yes.
Easy cut.
I think that is such an
Easy cut.
easiest cut. But I want to get more talk about more exciting things. What characters do you want to see added into this? Like whether they're just ridiculous dreams or you think actually has a realistic shot of being added.
Shovel Knight,
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Sora.
Sora's up
Sora.
there. Yes.
Ice Climbers, I think, would be obvious.
Ice Climbers.
but-
I think they're coming back.
Yeah, I
A fan
think they're
favorite.
They're coming back.
yeah.
Any others?
Come on, guys, get nuts.
I know.
Geralt.
I want it because
Just say it, blood.
I want it because the Phil Spencer remarks. I want Banjo. I
Banjo?
want them to show
Yeah.
Banjo just like
That
Kazooie
would
showing
be
up
funny.
on this. With that, they just start playing the music.
It could kind of happen, yeah.
It's just Mumbo
And in
instead.
that like Spiral Mountain stage, ooh, yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I think it can happen. One of the rumors is that Ridley's finally going to be in this, and I don't know how many of you know the long history of this Ridley controversy. Like,
Ridley's
is
huge.
it happening or not? Like, is Ridley too big? Let's answer the question. Is Ridley too big?
Baby Ridley?
Of
course.
Is she too big to be in there?
It's going to be Baby Ridley or something?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Well, but I mean, Bowser in. Bowser's been changes his size depending on whatever game he's in. Like you play Bowser against him in any like 64 or like any of those other games.
Yeah, it's such
he's massive. He's so much better than Mario is.
A lot of them, yeah.
So this kind of like tennis-ready Bowser is like a different character, I think.
But Bowser, Ridley's big and more than just like height. Like Ridley's got these wings and this huge tail that is
just Charizard size.
Maybe.
You ready?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Blood's not buying, dude. Metroid purist.
Yeah. No, I see the argument. I see some people think it would be
Eevee?
a little ridiculous.
I would love an Eevee, but I can't attack. It just wants to be pet, and it just stares at you the whole time. It doesn't look at the other fighters. Yeah, sure.
You got like Jigglypuff on one side, everyone's asleep, Eevee on the other, and they're just petting Eevee, and it's like, can we play, please?
Yeah, that's how you win the match. You just distract them, and then as they're petting Eevee, their percentage slowly goes up.
Yeah, Eevee slowly wanders over to the ledge, and they just like follow it over, and fall off.
Or maybe like a little bit more practical, you could incorporate all of the evolutions in and like a different attack, different evolution or
like
something. Like
Mega Man. Doesn't Mega Man have like all of his different tool sets available? I just remember from the trailer he kept switching guns. And
yeah, he's got different
blades.
robot master
It's
abilities.
like all two robot
yeah.
master abilities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm just thinking about? That Breath of the Wild stage.
Yeah, man.
What is it gonna be like?
Yeah, man. It's gonna be just like you see Hyrule Field and you'll see the 4 divine beasts probably in the background, like shooting laser beams at Hyrule
Will I be
Castle.
able to climb up surfaces?
No.
In that?
Oh wait, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, think about it.
I don't know how that would work, but yeah.
It could be something new.
It does make me wonder, like, if they could do more with stage interaction. Like, kind of how they've. You can toggle items on and off. Like maybe you could toggle like some big stage effect on and off. Towards like something happens that like if you hit that switch, then you hit another switch a little bit later, and like if you like get all of them, then like again like the 4 divine beasts like target in on one of your enemies.
So you would actually the player could
or like
trigger
if
the
you're on
stage
Majora's Mask, like the moon
transformations.
would crash down. You know.
Okay, I like this. Because usually they just happen by default, so
Right,
this
the
would be
stages
player
just kind of move
authority.
on their own, but
and
like something that like
they've kind of separated the levels in the previous game, where some are like more like tournament friendly, the terminology they use. But this time it could be like the simple version. It was Omega, and I forget what the terms were, but simple version of the stage where it doesn't have that, and then elaborate version where you could like trigger those transformations. And yes, but I want to be able to be Skull Kid in this game and summon the moon down and just destroy the stage and kill everybody. That might be a final smash, but
or like like if you're on the Mario Kart track and like you like have just one of the racers toss you a blue shell or something, like
that makes sense.
The lead from Starlink. Let's do it.
That was the deal.
But I do wonder if
yeah.
like Ezio or the Rabbids or something would end up in
Oh,
Rabbids,
Rabbids.
maybe.
Oh, Rabbids is such a good call.
Oh, they'll probably be a Mario. They'll definitely be a
I feel like Rabbids would be like one of the capsules.
for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because like they would be so weird to like have like a move set, but a capsule like where they could just do something completely bonkers would make a lot more sense to me.
What if like the Rabbids all do crazy things that aren't specific to one character, but when you do the skins, when you pick the colors, it's like Mario, Luigi, Peach. Like you can pick what version of the classic characters they represent.
Assist trophy, that's what I'm thinking.
I like these ideas. Oh yeah, and the trophy stuff. Just forgot about that. Like all those cool trophies. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. I think, I definitely agree that this is probably gonna take up the bulk of time. And I want to try and keep everything expectation in check before we move on to the next things, because there's a lot of discussion earlier this morning that apparently like people need to like check their hype a little bit on this direct. That some like people's crazy expectations. Then like this is pretty much gonna be a Smash Brothers and other known quantities show for the direct. Like as business as usual. But
All right.
That's good, because now when this cool stuff happens, you will all be more
Right.
excited.
Yeah,
for it.
I wanted to bring
Yeah.
up.
But wait,
I think it's good to keep your expectation in check. But last year, didn't they say, "Hey, we're only focusing on 2018"?
Yeah.
Yes,
You know? Whoops.
they've done it multiple
2017.
times.
Yeah.
They've done this multiple times. There is going to be at least one surprise.
I think the problem
It always
is,
happens.
like, those people that are saying keep your expectations in check. I feel like that's coming from people who have other booths on the show floor and wandered through Nintendo's booth and were like, "Oh, the games that I see on the floor, that's stuff I already know
That could be a
about."
good point, yeah.
Whereas, like, they could still have announcements in the direct that nobody outside Nintendo is going to have a clue.
And some of this stuff, even if it's known quantity, like, for example, I'll just jump into it now, like Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be coming out this year.
But we know nothing.
We know nothing
Yeah.
about it. And I
Absolutely
think everyone's
nothing.
going to safely guess it's going to be in here. And it's like, oh, Fire Emblem, that's not a surprise. Well, what is it? Like, that's going to be a surprise. We're going to get reactions about that. So I've always said pretty much for the last few weeks is that going to this direct, I think it's less about brand new announcements and more about answering questions about stuff that's already been announced that we expect to see there.
Yeah.
And the one I do want to talk about, if we even get to see it here, because there's a chance it might not be here, Metroid Prime 4. Now, let's start with that. Do you think that's actually going to be in this direct? Because there's no.
I
it's not
think there's a
2018.
50-50 chance, yeah. It has a very, likely chance because it was announced last year, so why announce a title and then not be ready to show it the next year?
Pikmin 3?
But at the same time, it's like, it could have just been like that early towards like the Cyberpunk thing. It's like, here we go, we're going to hire people to make this game.
Or Shin Megami Tensei, that was very exciting, and then just crickets. So
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei is exactly that. Like, they really weren't working on that game. But Nintendo did say, like, we have an internal development team working on Metroid Prime 4. So that leads me to believe that they probably were somewhere along the way before announcing that.
I could sense like the fear from Nintendo of like we don't want people not be downplaying the reliability of the Metroid franchise. We want people to be secure in their dreams of what this could be and that this is on track and going to happen. So like I could see just a 15-second little tease of just one thing, but just said just even like environments, just kind of like, okay, look at it, it looks cool, but we're still working on it.
All right.
Or not. That'd be bold.
No,
Just silence.
I agree it's not a certainty that it'll be in this direct, but I do think Nintendo's kind of MO for quite a while now has been not to announce stuff too soon.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Shin Megami Tensei is not 100% in their control.
Right.
So that's not on them to announce that, and the development's now hasn't progressed as
And
they
I
thought.
also think it's like one of those things where it's like, we need to show third-party support, so let's get something.
Yeah.
That too.
I agree.
Very true. I think something from Metroid will be in here, even if it's not gameplay, as like Jones was describing. Like we might see, here's some environmental shots. You probably might get concept art. I think we might get a title. I think we might get a proper title at the very least, instead of like if we don't get full gameplay. I think we're getting a title.
I don't see them doing concept art for a Metroid game. It seems very unlikely to me. But
I don't know, they did that with Zelda. Skyward Sword, there's like, here's some concept art.
Oh, that was behind closed doors. And
They released it, but like that was it.
Do you think if we get a title, we'll also get an answer on who's working on it? Do you think those two would come hand in hand?
I think so. I mean, that's a good point, Ben, because of all the rumors that have come out in the past few months about who's really working on this from different departments.
Wake up.
Don't wake
Time
up.
for free, baby.
Yeah, it's a smash alarm. Actually, no. It's about like Bandai Namco's involvement because they are heavily rumored to be. I mean, they helped with the last one, so the last two, 3DS and Wii
Take it
U.
off the desk, dude.
Oh, well, I have like notifications coming up in case
know.
any hot news.
I can hear all
It's
of them.
vibrating.
Vibrating like crazy.
I need the news.
Just turn up the vibrate.
Yeah, how do I do that? I'll give on my lap. Don't worry. Then you won't hear that.
This is it, man. This is why Damiani's always got the scoops, man.
I
They're
know, it's
shaking.
true.
He's rumbling
That's the
all
price.
day with updates.
I've got my rundown here too, so I kind of do
That's
need
the
this
price
up.
you
Actually,
pay for scoops.
But
I would love to just like hear a notification sound and look at Damiani's phone quickly, and just for a split second, it just says Reggie, and you're like, is that? Probably not, but okay.
Now I'm gonna like go rename
just like
contacts.
R at
Like,
N.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
or at id, yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
really good.
rename like Hubert to Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Like giant exclamation marks. It's like what? You know what? I think concept art might be a little bit. You know, I think we will see something of in-game in this direct. It's not beyond them to show concept art, but I think we're gonna get more than that. I just don't know if we're gonna finally see in-game gameplay just yet. It might be a little too soon for that, but I do expect Prime 4 to be in this direct at the very least.
Like a long environment shot, a fly through that ends on Samus like stepping out of the ship, or a door opens and she steps out, and coming 2019.
Considering how much people really latched on and preferred to use the motion control in the Prime trilogy, do you think that it will have motion control support on Joy-Cons?
Yes, I think that's a safe bet. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it's a safe
probably
bet.
do both.
They'll definitely give you the option, but I think that's a safe bet because, yeah, the history of that series, that where it went, and even when they re-released the Prime trilogy and one got those controls added in after,
But do you think it'll work as well as the IR on the Wii?
So yeah, you like to bring this up, like you don't think it will, do you?
I mean, it's a little sketchy because say Skyward Sword, for instance, they switched from using IR to using Motion Plus, and there's a lot of times where you'd have to reset it.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have to like recenter the
That was annoying.
cursor, which is not an issue with the IR at all. It has its own issues depending on the lighting situation in your house, yeah, they're definitely different technologies with different reliability issues.
I still think they will use it though. It might not be implemented as well because the what they decide to go, or sorry, because they will not go with obviously with IR on this.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I just expect it to be in there and an option, and I expect people to like have fun with it. That use it, and for someone like me, I'm just gonna turn it off and be like, disable motion. Thank you. Well, here we go. Yeah, we talked a lot.
But you know what? Actually, Splatoon uses it really well.
Yeah, that's what.
And Doom is so.
I was
yeah,
trying to
it's not like
remember
out
which
of
one
the
was
ballpark.
it. A lot of people like to bring up Splatoon, and that's one I always incorrectly kept saying about IR. I'm like, wait, there's no IR in that. I keep getting it wrong. Yeah, so it's using the gyro and it's doing just fine.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fine if it's implemented with Metroid Prime 4, whatever it ends up calling. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Metroid Prime 4 is there. I believe it will be there. I know there's enough doubt that it could. I will not be completely shocked if it misses out, but I do expect it to be there. One thing I'm not sure is going to be here, because it's still just a rumor, is the Star Fox racing game, Star Fox Grand Prix.
Right.
I don't even know if I don't even know if I believe it's true anymore. And even if it is, I don't even know if it's going to be here.
Right.
It sounded so crazy and cool, and after Mario and Rabbids, my imagination just ran wild how awesome this is going to be. And now I'm afraid that I've just set myself up for so much disappointment when it doesn't exist.
Right.
And we get through this direct, and they're like,
if it's like somebody misinterpreted the Starlink announcement,
that too.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, because I saw Starlink. Wait, is this it? Was this supposed to be the Star Fox announcement? So there's no racing game then, huh? I was like, oh no. Like, will they really do two Star Fox things? Maybe. I mean, maybe that's why they lent it out, is because they want to go big on Star Fox. I want to believe that. I want to believe they want to go big on Star Fox. It's like, here, Ubisoft, use it in Starlink. This is going to be a big deal.
Will the Starlink thing also function as an amiibo? I wonder if they've answered that question.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't
Why
think
not?
so.
They did it with Skylanders where they dual function.
It's too small, I think. That thing is super tiny.
The ship
I think
looked
that would
huge.
The ship did look big, but it's not. You're not gonna put the ship on there. Do you think?
I mean, they've got the
base,
giant Yoshi plush. I mean,
They do.
That's
true.
a big one.
I wouldn't put
Pikachu's
it
pretty
past them,
big.
yeah, that's right. Detective Pikachu's giant.
I think Nintendo's gonna make their own. I know if they're making their new Star Fox amiibo, I think they'd rather push those and not give the Ubisoft stuff the extra functionality to basically work as amiibo in addition to working in Starlink.
I think they would have announced that. I don't know why they would have held that information back at the Ubisoft press
Well,
conference.
if they're going to announce Star Fox Racing. then maybe.
They want those pre-orders, man. You have pre-order. If they were going to do it, Blood, it would be the Star Fox Racing would be a totally different amiibo. You got 3 new Star Fox amiibos. I think they would have said something that when Miyamoto like stepped up and was actually bothered to go to the Ubisoft conference.
I don't know if he's bothered to go at all. Like I think he just likes hanging out with them.
Well, yeah, it was a little tiny bit strange during the presentation where he says, "Come backstage with us." I know we're not to meet the team,
like, okay.
But like it was funny. All the comments started going like, "They're kidnapping Miyamoto," like employee kidnapping in
I
progress.
really got the sense that like Miyamoto didn't know this was coming, and he's like, "Yeah, your ship is cool. Oh, okay, I'll follow you."
It'd be great next year if they like finally announce Splinter Cell and they're like, "Thanks everybody," and of course a big fan of Splinter Cell, Shigeru Miyamoto in the front, and he's just like he's got the visor on, like.
Like, I think the expectation now is every single Ubisoft conference, people are going to expect Miyamoto to be there now.
Right, because there's not a Nintendo conference,
Actually,
so where else is he going to go?
I hope Ubisoft is like, actually, Miyamoto's been hanging out with us, and he wants to start his Rainbow Six esports journey.
Right.
So here's a
when they all gather at the end, like the whole staff, like he's just in there. We're just standing across, like, whoa, Miyamoto's in the back, and he's just like waving.
They're doing the Bethesda thing of they're like, hey, we love all the developers, and he's just hanging out in the office.
One thing that people may not realize is that typically Miyamoto does get a tour around E3 at like other publishers' booths and stuff to see what everybody's working on.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've seen him. High security.
Can we
around
get
the
Miyamoto in the garage?
Yes.
Probably not, but
He would not bother.
Probably not. Ouch.
How do you know?
He'd be like,
it
no
would
AC,
it would take the
goodbye.
right person, and those aren't the people that are talking to us about Nintendo right now.
Okay.
So yeah.
I want to give Jones the opportunity
Oh, no,
to
don't-
talk
no, next,
about
next,
Animal
next.
Crossing.
Next.
They're on this
Game.
panel,
That's in
Jones.
this direct.
Game, what?
That's in this direct.
Is that Scoop Blood or are you just calling it? Are you just calling it?
I'm calling it.
Blood's
The
calling
whole
it right
point
here.
of putting
Bull
Animal
Blood.
Crossing on mobile is to point people towards Nintendo devices.
No.
They have to have something to point people to before that game gets stale, and it's already like on the way there.
You heard it,
Then
Brandon.
they misunderstood how popular that mobile game would be. I mean, you look at Mario Run. Like, we didn't see what Mario Run evolved into on the Switch. I think their mobile division and the console stuff. And this is just me. It's like Star Fox, man. It's like that racing game. It's like I gotta back away. Like I really gotta stop thinking about this because it's not even at the direct. Like, it's the fact that I highly doubt that if it is in that direct that we're getting in 2019. If it's in the direct, it's coming out in December. It's a perfect holiday game, and I'm not thinking about today. I'm thinking about December. And
Haven't I already said that it will be out by September? I think I've got a bet in there or something like that.
Oh, you have a bet?
Or maybe not a.
Dude, Bloodworth is
Not a-
super
Animal Crossing by
confident.
September? You're in trouble, Blood.
Dude, Blood, I've known you for a long time. I've known you for about
This is like the
7
most
years.
off the rails Blood.
I have never been mad at you in that 7 years. Not even close to mad. There's never even been like strong annoyance. I'm gonna be mad if Animal Crossing is not.
Be careful. He had that Crew 2 slip up.
Yeah,
Blood
Blood
and
it
Shit was
up.
gonna
Blood
be
it up,
there.
Blood.
You know what? The Crew 2
wasn't-
slip up
It
was so
wasn't that
this
much
could
of
happen.
it. It
You're
wasn't
right,
that
just
much of a
changing
You're
switch.
right.
the levels on
Yin
things.
and yang, dude. Bounce
Blood sacrificed Crew 2 on the altar to bring
You're
Animal
right.
Crossing.
You're right.
You know what? I do want to bring up something that is true that did happen. Oh God, Blood! How dare you? We have seen a game that's announced where they showed an iPhone next to the Switch and hit a button and something went from their app, on the popular app that was not even Nintendo produced. It's Pokemon Go is Niantic, and so this Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is Nintendo, so it is not without the realm of possibility to be like, hey, those bonuses and the free stuff. There'll be like a camping area you can go to in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, they did it with their Game
Oh, look
Boy
at that! You've
on-
been playing Pocket Camp for 80 hours. It's already set up for you. And then I'll be like, damn, I should have played more Pocket Camp. But
Switch is a perfect Animal Crossing
Oh my
machine.
god.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
yes,
I was already like in love with like what that brought when they went mobile. With not mobile, but with the DS, 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's still just that element of like being able to come home and just like sit back and relax. Yeah,
Some Animal Crossing, baby.
so good.
I know one thing we will be seeing, though,
I just want
Brandon.
to see ketchup.
You know, you're not gonna like this one.
Okay.
Yoshi.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna get that release date.
Flip that stage.
Yeah, we
Hell
get
yeah.
that. This is the last time we're gonna see it.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, Yoshi's send off before Yoshi comes out for Switch.
I would love if you searched on YouTube just Yoshi Switch and you see all of these like happy thumbnails and then just in the middle of that angry Brandon
Yes.
Jones rant.
Yes.
I will try to formulate my thoughts into constructive criticism, which is, it seems like Yoshi to me is now Kirby levels, because Kirby came out, everybody said it was really easy, and this game looks very easy.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not seeing a lot of challenge in here, but there have been challenging Yoshi games, right?
I mean, it's been
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
So I think that's I just think that's interesting. That like Yoshi's in the Switch generation, that's where Yoshi is at. Yoshi is playing to the Kirby crowd, is playing to a younger crowd. The aesthetic is very playful and youthful. He's got targets like he did on Yoshi's Island, but there's not a lot of enemies hassling him before he's got to target that stuff. Like it seemed just very easy breezy. Pick up this thing, use it. That was fun. Move on to the next challenge. And so it's not just that I'm like, nah, I can't see Yoshi. Like I love this character, but if we just get more gameplay clips like this, we're switching the stage. I'm on a lever. That is not as exciting as I potentially think this beloved, adorable character who I love dearly can accomplish. But,
Yeah, I do
it looks
feel
charming
like
as all
on Wii U, like I remember there being like a developer diary or whatever where they explained like they really didn't feel like Yoshi design was meant to be like challenging in that sense of like getting to the end of a level. It was more about finding all the little secrets. All the flowers and such. And
honestly, I think they handled that in Woolly World really well. Like in every single level, just finding the yarn, they hit it in so many clever places. And I love in games when those collectibles are immediately meaningful and you get brand new adorable yarn Yoshis just for collecting that stuff. And that was fun. And I don't think necessarily that comes across in a trailer, but that's kind of how a lot of Yoshi's recent outings and Kirby's recent outings have been, where it's like, yeah, maybe it's not a hype E3 thing, but I think it's a pretty charming game that fills a slot, You can argue how valuable that slot is, but I don't think it's worthless.
This game this Yoshi game looks more relaxing to me than even the Kirby Star Allies game. Yeah. And I love how this looks. Like I'm just gonna play this game because of the visuals.
Yeah.
Like it is a game that's gonna play in little small chunks here and there, and no rush, and just looks like it's like a fun little jolly adventure.
Also, it was kind of like Donkey Kong, where when you 100%ed a world in Yoshi's Woolly World, you would get bonus stages. Those bonus stages were like 20 times harder than any of the main stages. They were really, really, really hard. Like the first bonus stage, there's water shooting up and you have to, they don't stay up very long and there are enemies that keep spawning and you just have to basically float through the whole thing. And it's really tough just to get through, let alone get all of the collectibles in the bonus stage. So I think they find ways of sneaking challenge in, even if it isn't right there on the face.
Yeah, and it makes sense because I think that's part of the design intention is that they know that the intended demographic for this game probably might not go that extra mile to get there, but there are some people who are big Yoshi fans who do maybe like that, the challenge from the older ones a little bit more. They're the ones who are going to go through and get everything. They're the ones who are going to unlock those bonus stages. They're the ones that be like, oh, I got rewarded for doing something like this. And it's nice. Even like the Mario games, they can be a little bit more challenging in the earlier goings, but the hardest stuff is usually locked towards the end. That's what Nintendo does. They basically want to reward players trying to push themselves to unlock everything because that's the audience who really wants the more challenging stuff. Like they just know their audience very well. Good amount of time for Yoshi, but I want to talk about third-party stuff. Like we haven't talked about any third-party stuff, and I want to start with one that was announced earlier this year. And do we think we're going to see it? Because I think it's a little early based on what we've shown. Bayonetta 3.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to make an appearance here? And any expectations for it?
I would hope so, because again, they talked about Bayonetta 3. They brought out those ports. I would think that timing-wise, that you would want to show Bayonetta 3 now, like that you've given people a chance to go back and re-experience those games or catch up either way. Yeah, I think very much in the same vein of Metroid Prime. Like, it should happen. We should see something, even if there's not a playable demo on the floor.
My memory is very fuzzy with how they unveiled Bayonetta 2, but I feel like when they initially revealed it, and then when they followed up at E3, I feel like we've kind of hit that time frame, and so if they're following kind of the lead up for Bayonetta 3 in the same way that they did with 2, I don't think it's unlikely that it will be playable even at E3. I don't think we'll be getting it until 2019, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was like February, March 2019.
Yeah, the same week as Resident Evil and Kingdom Hearts.
No.
Not January.
No, not January.
Not the last week of
February
January.
or March. Yeah, not January.
It's already getting credit in Q1 as usual, but yeah, I kind of think they will definitely show something. I don't think it's impossible for it to be playable, but also I want to be that shocked if it wasn't just there playable yet. Maybe like later in the year, it playable at another event like Gamescom or something, But yeah, you're kind of right. Like I think maybe they don't sit on this too long. Like have it playable and then be like, hey, it's coming early. Like they might even give a release date of February next year because we got the Bayonetta 1 and 2 for like ports to Switch in February, and they've always come out around like I think January, February, so it's like a nice time.
Damiani, do you happen to have like a release schedule right now for like what's been confirmed already for Nintendo's lineup? Do you know what's out there?
It's basically, I mean, Smash is 2018, Yoshi is just 2018, Fire Emblem is 2018.
I just need Fire Emblem.
We know Mario Tennis Aces is coming out June 22nd in like just a week. The Mario and Rabbids DLC is June 26th, but one day earlier if you have a season pass for that game. Captain Toad is July 13th, and Octopath Traveler as well, 13th or 11th.
Oh, those are both in July.
Yeah, they're both the same day. And I don't think anything else that's like first party that we know about has actual firm date yet. Like,
yeah. So you mentioned 3 that are supposed to be in 2018. So I could see 2 more games announced for this year.
Oh, just
likely. Because they're basically doing like a game a month or a game every 6 weeks kind of cycle right now for their first party offerings.
That's a good thing. And I think one of those games could be another Wii U game coming to Switch.
Yeah.
And I'd like to ask, what would you like to see, or what do you think realistically that could be?
One thing.
Okay, one thing.
Wonderful 101.
Great pick. They said they would like to do that. They'd like to make that happen.
That game deserves a bigger crowd, for sure.
What about you, Blood?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
I saw a lot of people calling for 3D World, but I don't know if that's too soon after Odyssey.
I feel like that's not something that's likely to happen as much. It would be interesting to see some of those the HD ports that they did with the Zelda
That
games.
was
Wind Waker,
that was what I
Like
was
if
gonna
they
say.
did like a double
both,
pack, you
yeah.
get them both in the same package.
Nintendo's not going to give you both in a package. They're going to make you buy each of those.
I'll do it, whatever.
Pie in the Sky Dream, they bring Fatal Frame 5 over, but not only Fatal Frame 5, they're like, we're throwing 4 in as well, which never officially came out.
Or what about
yes.
Fire Emblem? What was that game? Hash FE?
Sharp FE. Yeah. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Yes, that'd be great too. Also a very
That
good
would be
pick.
cool, yeah.
Do you have anything, Brandon? You
Mario
want to
Maker.
Yeah.
Well, I think that might get a whole new game possibly.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's a Smash Brothers situation where like whole new game means there will be a lot of the old games still there. You know, they're not going to be like, you cannot use the NES graphics now. Like, they'll still be.
Yeah, I think Mario
available.
Maker's a prime candidate of something that could really like show up today and come out very soon.
I think Mario Maker is a safe bet. Do you think they'll extend that formula to any other games, like the Maker series? Or do you think it's going to stay exclusive to Mario?
I think what they could possibly do, and I don't know necessarily whether it would work, but like they could add in some other things like we were talking about, like the Yoshi aesthetics, like here's your art aesthetic for Mario Maker, you know?
Right? Or, you know, you had the like skins, so I could like look like, you know, Link, but it's not changing my abilities or anything. Like, it'd be neat to maybe like double, expand that a little bit more.
Damiani, what if
So
there
it's
was,
not just a skin. I'm
Zelda
actually
2
Link
levels?
now, and I can stab.
Is Zelda 2 still side-scrolling in the dungeons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I'd definitely take that.
Or maybe not like an entire, like, you can now wash the entire level and make it look like Zelda 2, but there's little elements, little, like, enemies or little, graphical elements
Bosses.
from it that you can bring in.
I would be worried about a Zelda Maker stream from Damiani because I'd worry that would go on for like 2 days with no break.
I just want Dawn to make me levels. I'd be like, Dawn,
Yeah,
please just make me nonstop. Like, I'll like, please, weekly levels for me, Dawn, please.
the Don Damiani collaboration for Zelda Maker would be the stuff of legend.
He would get. I don't know if he'd get like just fed up with me. He's like, okay, enough, Damiani. Stop hassling me to make you new stuff.
No,
Like,
I honestly think Don would be thrilled.
Whew, that would be really cool. I'm trying to think of like anything else.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite Maker?
No,
Not Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Sorry, I was
It's
thinking
only
of
9 minutes
makers,
left,
and I was
but
like, wait.
Third-party
what?
games, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're definitely saying that.
I
Today.
that feels like a
I
sure
love
bet.
if it's a wide shot of the battle bus and we like zoom into the bus and like they're all like on the Switch.
Yeah,
like,
that would be
it's like,
cool.
oh, we're dropping in.
channeling
Putting the
channeling
backpack
Huber
on
right
that.
now. What Mario, but Nintendo exclusive stuff will be in Fortnite and
Outfits.
Switch?
Fireflowers.
Or skins.
The one umbrella for sure. It's
like plumber outfit.
Peaches, Paris.
Yeah.
Maybe like a green tunic or something.
What
what about like,
the
just-
glider from Breath of the Wild?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a great
yeah.
What
one.
about a Tanuki suit? Just throw it on your character.
That's a great one.
You can just spin around and like attack people, and that's
Yeah.
how you instead of using the shovel. You just
Attack.
oh yeah, yeah.
You go out, you like come over a hill, and you just see another player just spinning at a tree, and you're
Yeah.
like, "I'm not gonna kill you, man."
Yeah. You
do
keep
your
doing your
thing.
thing.
What if there were actually like power stars and you just like turn invincible and you just like start running through people?
Oh my god. I wonder. I think it would be that stuff. I wonder if they do anything as crazy as a map, but probably not.
I kind of hesitate on whether they like do too much of tie-in other than maybe costumes, because I feel like if they can make it work, they might make it cross-compatible to other platforms as much as they could.
It's cross-compatible PlayStation. No,
What?
Not PlayStation. This Fortnite supposed to be cross-compatible with something. I thought wasn't it part of the leak?
with PC.
Fortnite.
Yeah, you can play with PC.
PS4 and
players.
PC are cross-compatible.
Yeah,
I mean, the Switch game hasn't been announced, so I don't know what you're
thought
referring
the
to.
leak-
It's all.
Yeah, it's
I
all-
thought the leak said it's compatible with
Even
on
everything.
the phone.
The
Leak,
Switch
okay.
version can play with anyone.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
should.
actually hadn't heard
It
that.
should.
but
Sorry,
yeah.
That'd be
yeah.
a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't officially
'Cause it-
announced, but like,
yeah.
all the details got like.
Because it was
leaked about
basically
it.
you would have to sign in with an Epic account, and then if you signed in with the Switch version, you would unlock these new elements that would be available in your Epic account. So then, if you wanted to, you could like go on PC, and the Nintendo stuff would still be there, and you could play potentially.
building with the Joy-Cons. Like, and using like gyro stuff like that too. I can see like that
For sure.
being part of the functionality. This game
Battle
though,
Royale, how stressful.
voice chat though, for this. This is gonna have like I'm assuming this is coming out immediately or soon.
Today.
Like probably it could be shadowed up today.
Yeah.
But this is a thing that's going to become eventually going to be part of the paid online service, though. Like,
Right.
I need a paid online account for this. I wonder how well the voice chat stuff is going to work, because it's pretty. Like a lot of people like to use it in Fortnite, so I'm curious how that's going to go over with the Switch version. We'll have to see.
I mean, you either use the Nintendo app or you use your own app.
Yeah, I know. Like, I expect people to just be like grumbling
Discord.
about it.
The
Yeah, like,
unofficial voice chat.
I was you're using a PC, but I can see some people like, come on, Nintendo, like, what's up? Like, why is this so terrible? Like, a lot of people have never jumped into Nintendo Online and tried to use any of the voice chat app or the app at all. Or
Well, I mean, it's really still just mostly a Splatoon thing.
yeah. But
Can you use it with any other games yet?
I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know how Nintendo did that app,
I stopped
and they
caring
were
about
like,
after
"Yeah, we
Splatoon.
got it." Like, I just don't.
Great
don't know
idea,
how that-
everybody.
Yeah.
Who said that?
I just see people, as soon as this
Granted.
drops and people try and go in there and use
Yeah.
voice chat, they just like hit this wall and be like, what? Nintendo? Like, that's why I'm wondering if maybe it's not shadow dropped and they hold it off till the online service with better voice chat. But that seems so
I just don't think they're
This
gonna
is
care about
not.
it.
This
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
Fortnite for the pros.
They're just not gonna
I
care.
don't think
They don't care.
Nintendo-
Ninja's gonna
They're
play
just
this
gonna-
version for 30 minutes and be like, all right.
Yeah.
He's like, that was cool. Thanks. Back to the PC version.
Yeah.
Oh, Fortnite. What's the other game? I mean, the Paladins we were talking. We were talking about. I don't really want to talk about Paladins.
We're gonna do Pie in the Sky Dreams.
You want to do Pie in the Sky Dreams?
Always. I always.
No, I
want
know,
Pie
like
in the
right
Sky
now.
Dreams.
Like we can
Oh,
do
yeah,
it.
Whenever you
minutes.
want.
Oh, we got 5 minutes. The wire was cutting it off, and I thought it said 45. I thought we had 15 more minutes. But yeah, we got 5 minutes. Thank you for pointing it out. Yeah, let's do Pie in the Sky Dreams. What do you want to see?
Honestly, I know it's kind of a meme at this point, but Mother 3. That's what I want to see.
Fighting a good fight.
Yeah.
Yes. Keep believing.
And like side dream,
Side Dream.
Pikmin 4.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talked about it. Like,
Side
you
Dream.
know, maybe it's time. What about you, Blood?
I still want that wave race.
Wave race!
For Donnie.
Good dream. Good dream.
It's summertime. Let's do it.
Nice.
That's a very Nintendo thinking.
Yeah, that is a very Nintendo thing.
I am always ready for more Pilot Wings. I really, really liked Pilot Wings on the 3DS. I love that when they did Wii Sports was the same island. So I love that, you know, there was like a specific, you know, I'm sucker for open worlds, that there's a specific like open world environment that all of the challenges and modes like all encompass. And it changes depending on what plane or what specialty you're focusing on. I would love that. That would be one of my number one games on Switch. That would make the pill of not getting Animal Crossing today go down a little easier.
Never gonna happen, but the sequel to Breath of the Wild already. Like the Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask situation that we talked
A
about.
year turnaround.
Yeah, like, I don't even care Reeves was
That
assets.
game was huge, man.
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I don't.
If they're like, it ain't broke, get back in there.
Yeah, some like new area, new villain.
Too soon. I think it's too soon, Brad. But maybe. You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe Nintendo's like, ha ha.
That's a tasty pie in the sky.
Yeah.
I think they would
that-
do
I just
another
wanna-
DLC at all.
Maybe they might do that instead. I'll take that.
Didn't they officially say it was
Yeah,
over?
they had made a big deal over like everything is now delivered. The game is complete.
Yeah.
It would be a little weird to backtrack on that and
Do you
say.
think Nintendo would do like a Game of the Year edition with everything
Well,
included?
they already did a Breath
Oh,
of the
did they
Wild,
do
like Adventurers edition or something with like a map or something.
Yeah.
it was like a
Okay.
reissue.
Yeah, it came with all the DLC, I think.
Yeah,
Alright,
and it
I
came
missed
with,
that
it was in like a weird, like bigger box or something like that. They took advantage of that already, but who knows? They can do another one. You
Yeah.
know, there's Game of the Year Everywhere edition. You know how many it won.
A re-envision Termina, man. It would be incredible.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it has to be Terminal, but just like a new area like that or
That's-
something.
I'm saying it does.
That's my pie in the sky. Is I want to see that Blue Point logo
prepped.
show up, and I want Blue Point's big new remake they're working on to be Ocarina of Time for the 20th anniversary of Ocarina of Time. I would like to see Ocarina of Time HD remastered by Blue Point coming out this November for the
Whoa.
20th
It's a
anniversary.
good pie in the sky, Dream.
Make it happen. Whew. We are about less than 2 minutes away from this beginning. They have a lot of stuff, like the Treehouse. Do you think anything's going to get announced in the Treehouse? Because remember, Samus Returns
Yes.
was...
Yeah.
Probably a new
Treehouse.
F-Zero game.
Yeah, we
Yeah, New F-Zero. That Wave Race game will be in there, too.
we probably do need to just check in a couple minutes to see what Treehouse is doing afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that again. If you didn't watch our coverage last year...
You're not going to get us this time.
Yeah, we stayed tuned in a little bit with the Treehouse Live after the Direct ended, and we got rewarded with Samus Returns being announced and seeing it in action. So, maybe it might be like, because they said this could be Switch stuff. Maybe they go right to like a 3DS thing, like show Luigi's Mansion remake,
Right.
playing that right away to get out of the way or
sure.
something.
They
But-
could also, I don't remember if they were specific in the schedule details, but they could also jump straight to the tournament.
That too, because that begins at like noon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're gonna jump straight to it because this will be
Oh,
it'll be a
yeah,
few
yeah.
hours. Here
Oh,
we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Love the
Get that
countdown.
audio, baby. Let's tune it up a little bit. Show me Koizumi.
M-rated game in there.
Double.
Probably Wolfenstein.
No sound. What's that on?
This should be the boot up menu for the Switch.
Yeah. A lot of clicks.
What?
We're just going right in. Wait, what?
Custom Robo, maybe?
Mechs?
Hello.
This is pretty cool.
I get Armored Core? This looks kind of like Armored
Yeah,
Core.
it does.
Whoa.
Like the mech designs look very Armored Core. Is this the third From Software game?
Whoa, that'd be cool. This does
Well,
look really awesome.
Metal Wolf they've already made though.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, this is super sick.
This is so
Dude,
cool.
it really does look like
It
Armored
looks
Core.
like Armored Core.
Watch it be like,
Wow.
If we're starting out with a Switch Armored Core,
This is probably like X
logo.
right?
Oh, it's gotta be.
Daemon, what?
Oh, they're teasing hardcore with this.
Daemon X Machina. Demon in the Machine.
Dude, maybe there's
I mean,
sort of the
if
other
it's
three.
not Armored Core, it gives me some Platinum vibes.
yeah, absolutely Platinum vibes. Metal Gear Rising vibes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
And this music selection, yeah.
If Raiden just pops out,
That's what
Alright.
do. It's like
Alright,
mech
man.
combat action. Co-op? Wow, that hard
Daemon
cut.
X Machina.
Well, the cut to
Marvelous.
silence.
Marvelous.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
Cool. Okay.
Studio.
Cool.
We're just like going in.
新暦
Octopath?
3564年
Probably.
Is this too loud for you guys?
第100
No.
年
No, it's
アー
actually
ケディ
quiet
ア
on
が
Armored
really
Core.
quiet.
I noticed that
軍事
yesterday.
大国シアへと遠征軍の派兵一夜にしてその首都ホメロパは陥落しある
Can I
数
grab
の
one of
男
those headphones? Mine's
雲
dead.
海の底深くへと沈んでいる
I got nothing.
Wait, is this?
その陰にはたっ
This
た
can't
一
be
人
the
の
new
プレイ
Monolith Soft game,
天
right?
の聖
It
杯
could be the
滅
DLC.
の存在がある
Oh, yeah. This
次の
little
ターゲッ
thing.
トはいいよ
Yeah.
うに決め
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is DLC. It's Torna.
なぜ世界を破壊する
Just a little bit.
気づいてるんじゃないか
There you go, that's good.
破壊したがってるの
Oh,
は人間
yeah,
だ
here
と
we go.
僕が本国から受けた使命は天の聖
Oh,
杯
here we go.
滅の討伐だどうだろう僕らにその力貸してもらえないだろうか
ひょっとして怒ってる
Oh, prequel
滅
action?
の討伐のこと
You know,
Oh,
this whole
man.
Malos
The
thing.
perfect
I like this.
thing to make story DLC about.
国民を守るための戦いに身を置けるなら本望だ。
君に頼みたいことはただ一つあの滅を葬り去ってもらうことなのだから
一体何の目的で
別に退屈しのぎだよただの
ふざけてるの
これが天の聖杯同士の激突。
お前いい目をしてるな 俺の行く道はこの道だ交わることはない
That makes me think it's gonna be long.
The golden
Nice.
September. Crowded month.
When we launched Nintendo Switch, our vision was a home system you could play together anytime, anywhere. 2 detachable Joy-Con controllers, countless play possibilities. From day one, all of you have shown the world what that means. Whether playing at home or on the go, from low to on high. Where will Nintendo Switch take you next?
New tech.
To a
announcement?
smashing invitational cheered by fans and challengers? Or on a journey through verdant fields and viridian cities
Is that a Gex
in
pin?
a timeless quest to catch them all?
Pokemon. Let's go time. Yeah, let's go.
A few weeks ago, we showed you Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. A brand new Pokemon adventure through the vibrant Kanto region where your partner, Pikachu or Eevee, is always by your side. Add the transformative power of Nintendo Switch, and you can play as you like, anywhere you like, or for the first time in this series, catch or battle Pokemon on one system with a friend. You can even transfer a Pokemon into the game from Pokemon Go. This is a Pokeball. You can use it like a Joy-Con controller for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, or play the entire game with it alone. You can put a Pokemon into the Pokeball Plus, then bring it with you.
No music is
Sounds like there's already one inside. It's the mythical Pokemon Mew. Mew comes exclusive with every Pokeball Plus and can join you. Pokemon Let's Go Pokeball Plus will be available on November 16th.
They got
Discover new friends and challenges as you explore this
so dirty.
Sounds like somebody's in there.
Wherever you go, with whoever you like.
Those things are already going to be hard enough to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Now, let's check out something else we can't wait to show you.
Well, that's
okay. Get Pokemon 2019.
Okay, you ready for this?
All right.
He's desperate.
What party game is this?
Think about it.
Mario Party?
All or nothing.
Yeah! Bring it up. Good.
Super Mario Party! They got tired of the numbers.
What are you doing? Let's play. Okay.
You gotta change it up though.
That's gonna go too fast. Let's do it this way.
What? Whoa!
That
is really cool.
Oh.
All 9 of our switches.
Ready?
Yep.
Map them together.
Oh, game on.
Okay. Oh.
This would be so fun to stream.
Very interesting.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh, wow.
And I kind of like, you know, those are not super cozy to play with individually, but I kind of like that with Mario Party. Like we all have the same disadvantage.
It's also not crazy enough to like.
Yeah.
Control it.
Six.
How are we going to
We should do one more.
We're gonna need multiple
So on
inputs.
one side they're batting, on the other side you get the rest of the field. That's so cool.
Oh, this would be a pleasure to figure out how to stream.
That's a human.
Yeah.
Playable character.
Yep.
Too slow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're gonna tear each other apart.
What was that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Dude, tricycle race.
Go,
Hell yeah, dude. Okay, all right.
October 5th.
I'm picking the
What a month,
Goomba.
man.
I'm dibs in the
October
Goomba.
is hot. Octopath
Long
Traveler?
ago, the divine Seros received a revelation from the goddess.
Fire Emblem, maybe.
A gift
Fire Emblem.
to help guide the lost.
Absolutely.
Now, the goddess watches over Fodlan
Yes.
from
Yep.
her kingdom
110%.
above
Nice.
Let's
as the
go.
mother of all life, the arbiter of every soul.
This music is sweet.
Yeah.
3 houses.
I thought that said treehouse.
Yeah, I
they were
did
just saving it.
Okay, 3D.
3D. Here we go.
Give me orders.
This is speaking to
It's
me.
time to measure your worth as an instructor.
Just show me like going up hills. Oh
Yes.
yeah!
Wow.
Take me in.
That's
Wow,
good stuff,
what a
man.
difference.
I love the background people.
Multiple. Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Such a
Oh,
brutal,
Framey.
irrational world we live in. Some believe the crests, tokens of the goddess's power,
Yeah, I don't know.
are
Okay,
necessary to
shit.
maintain
They're
order.
like using
But they're
Valkyria
wrong,
style,
teacher.
like the
Whoa.
shifting, yeah.
Blame.
Just show me like going on castles and stuff. Yeah!
Yeah, dude.
Here we go! Yes!
Right when you said it. That's so.
Oh yes, finally. Oh, you can influence. Yes.
Hubert acts every time.
Reach for my hand.
Love that act.
Okay.
Away into the
Oh,
Do you dare to walk this path with me? One misstep and we fall to our
nice. Wait,
ruin.
bosses?
So take your first step. It's now or never.
What is this? Wait,
I will return here
I
someday,
thought it
my
was Dragon
teacher.
Girl.
Promise me that you won't forget me.
Spring.
That's a big one purchase.
Yep, bump back.
Yep, I'm back.
Do you have a pinata?
There's that Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Over the bus.
Yeah. You called it, John. Okay. Show some exclusives. What is it? Shadow drop at 10 a.m.
Sweet.
But
I
they
can't
didn't show
wait
any
to drop
kinda-
off the battle
No.
bus and
Ooh,
meet some
Shovel
of
Knight.
you on the battlefield in
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Stardew Valley.
And on Nintendo Switch, you can have the complete Battle Royale experience, whether playing together online with friends in the same room or around the world. Available at 10 a.m. Pacific time today. Nintendo Switch, a home console where you can access a full range of games content, including a wealth of groundbreaking games from our independent development community. Your support for indie games on Nintendo Switch has been inspiring. And to all of you, as well as all of the developers behind these rich and varied experiences, from all of us here at Nintendo, thank you. Let's pull back the curtain on a few more, including two we're showing for the first time here today. Aspiring chefs ready to in Overcooked 2, a sequel that's brimming with more recipes, characters, kitchens, and white-knuckle mayhem. Prepare for the ultimate cook-off with new features like the ability to throw ingredients, kitchens that can change on the fly,
Nightmare.
and with
I'm
Nintendo
already
Switch,
stressed.
the opportunity
Oh, no.
to bake, barbecue, or broil
we're
with
gonna-
another
we're
player
gonna run
in
a tech
wireless, local, and online
Throwing
play.
ingredients.
Save the world from clumsy cooking when Team 17's frantic food juggler arrives on
August
August
7th.
7th.
Sick.
Hop on a snail, hoard berries,
Killer
Oh,
Queen.
this is
wipe
the
out
part of
enemy's
the
queen to
this is the
claim
leak
victory
thing.
in Killer Queen Black. Redesigned from the ground up,
Have you guys-
Liquid
have you
Bit
not
and
seen
Bumblebee
Killer Queen
Games
before?
acclaimed
It's huge in
arcade
arcades.
extravaganza that became a multiplayer phenomenon is coming to Nintendo Switch.
It looks
And for the first
super,
time on
super
console,
insane.
2 teams of up to 4 each can
This would
score
be a
off
stream game.
an exciting
Oh,
battle.
yeah.
Play it first on Nintendo Switch later
I was
this
at an
year.
arcade in Chicago,
And
and they were
finally-
like,
There.
Yes,
Hollow Knight
finally!
Edition. Release date time.
Subterranean
coming out.
landscapes of a vast, forgotten kingdom in Teen Cherry's Hollow Knight.
Shadow drop.
Action adventure
Yeah,
filled
please.
with gripping combat and haunting secrets. Hand-drawn characters and sublime scenery abound in this sweeping platformer that offers endless hours of intricate exploration. We revealed earlier this year that Hollow Knight was coming to Nintendo Switch, and I'm pleased to announce that the game, packed with all the previous downloadable content, is available on the Nintendo eShop starting today.
Yes, let's
Games
go.
you can play in the
two
months
shadow
ahead.
drops, baby.
After this presentation, stay tuned for Nintendo Treehouse Live, streaming right from the E3 show floor, where our Nintendo game experts will give you a closer look
last
at
year.
some of these games and more. And I personally cannot wait to watch as intrepid challengers test their mettle in our Splatoon 2 World Championship and Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. The action starts immediately following Nintendo Treehouse Live. Before we move on, I have an important update on a game I know fans have been looking forward to. Octopath Traveler from Square Enix
An update.
is coming exclusively for Nintendo Switch on July 13th. And you can download a brand new demo for the game
New demo.
on the Nintendo eShop on June 14th.
June 14th.
Now,
Carry over
let's
to
take
the
another
I don't know if I'm going
action-packed
to do
look
it though. You know,
at
I'm
some of
doing
the
it.
Save data goes over though.
coming
So-
soon
Oh, it does?
to Nintendo
Yeah, if
Switch.
you, once you purchase it, it carries the save date over.
Oh dear.
There's Starlink. Fox.
Is that the same with the first Octopath demo? That it carries over?
I don't think so.
Oh, but this one does. Okay. Well, then yeah, I'll probably get that.
Sushi Striker. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Pixar. Oh, Ark on.
Yeah,
Just
Minecraft
Dance.
version.
That's right.
Yeah, of art, basically.
There it is.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball
Oh.
Fighters. Still summer.
Yeah, weird.
No date yet.
Really weird. Maybe,
Captain Toad.
is the Splatoon competition over already?
No.
Okay, maybe they'll announce it at the end of that. Yeah.
There it is.
There, the bubble gum.
Whoa.
Looks like Splatoon.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah, Carcassonne. Carcassonne group
And
tournament.
FIFA 19.
Yeah, that'd be hype.
Hard. Interesting.
Mainline.
Wasteland 2.
Oh, Wasteland 2.
How is it available now?
Fallout Shelter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still summer.
Yeah. Seen a while. Yeah.
Playing that today.
Cool, that's good. There's your end game.
Yeah.
Fall. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, it's the first time in action there.
It's alphabetical.
No.
It's not by date either. Just kind of random.
Just by 5.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, well, here we go. Big announcements.
Puppets. Oh.
Ah.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
I'm Shinya Takahashi of Nintendo. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. Recently, it's been nice to see people pull their Nintendo Switch systems from their bags to play, even when they have only a little bit of free time. Every time I see that, I can't help but smile. At Nintendo, we approach development with the goal of delivering new and unique games to surprise people all over the world, and we're thankful for the many publishing partners also making games for Nintendo Switch. Today, we share just a small portion of what we're currently working on. We hope you will look forward to what's coming next on Nintendo Switch. Now, it's time to share information on a certain title. I'll turn it over to someone I think you know.
Come on, Sakurai.
It's time. Introduction.
Hi, I'm Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited. Today, I'd like to introduce you to the new Super Smash Bros. Game for the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
As you may know, Super Smash Bros. Is an action game about smashing beloved game characters off the screen. Many fighters have appeared in this series.
I really wish they did that.
I'm sure you're all eager to find out who will be joining the roster this time.
I'm all about it.
That would have been so good.
So we made a video to showcase some fighters appearing in the game.
Okay.
Get ready.
Okay.
The number next to each fighter signifies the order in which they joined the Super Smash Bros. Series.
Okay.
Whoa. Strap in.
Please take a look.
You're gonna go through all of them?
So is it gonna be, this will be your first in-game footage?
Yep.
Okay. In old stages, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 arrows.
Nice.
See the Skyloft stage is back. Whoa. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Straight to Villager.
Sonic's back, alright. Yeah, Pikachu.
There they are. There they are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
64.
Looking good.
Classic.
Back.
Wii Fit Trainer.
Wow,
Trainer.
that's
Wii Fit Trainer.
Squirrel! Yes, Mama Trainer! Yes.
Ness.
Very cool.
And
Lucas.
Sweet. Ryu's back.
Whoa.
Made it. Ganondorf looking sick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. Can't cut him. Snake! Yes!
Yeah!
Everyone is here.
Pichu! They're bringing back Pichu!
Wow.
What?
Pichu?
They're bringing back Pichu!
I think that everyone that's been in a game is back.
It's like everyone who's ever been in it.
Wow, sick.
Holy crap.
That's crazy.
21
Hey, nice.
Dr. Mario. That means Dark Pit.
There we go.
Cal's not happy with
Oh,
that.
that's Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, Toon Link.
And Young Link. Whoa.
The game's up.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, Wario.
back. Forrest got back, man.
These are great. I love how they're all interacting with each other. And
Schultz?
Shrek.
These little vignettes are so quick. And fun.
Whoa!
Dude! Dude, Pearl Man and base shooting back there.
Oh man, that subtitle.
And Luigi!
Yeah!
Disrespecting that Luigi.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Artwork!
Look at that art.
A celebration. Good luck picking a man.
Good tagline. Everyone is here.
That's right. Every fighter in Super Smash Bros. History is joining
Dude, so cool.
I really just wanted to say never ask me for
Absolutely
anything.
Every Super Smash Bros. Fighter ever is in this game, whether they were originally DLC or only appeared once in the past. We believe that's what players want, so we made the impossible possible. Any way you slice it, this one has the most Smash for your buck. Simply put, this is the biggest crossover in gaming history. Once again, worlds will collide. Even so, your starting roster may be as small as the original Nintendo 64 game.
Oh.
We've streamlined the conditions for unlocking fighters, and we want to make the process interesting, so it feels like you're constantly recruiting popular characters to your side.
Very cool.
8-player battles are also making a return.
Yeah.
See what happens when you pit many different fighters against one another. Now let's take a closer look at certain fighters by highlighting how they've changed since their last appearance. Mario's still easy to use, but we did add a little something for someone from his latest adventure. He can also wear his wedding and builder outfits.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
the
awesome.
builder outfit for sure.
Link dons his champion's tunic from The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. His bombs are now remotely detonated.
Cool.
And his final smash unleashes ancient arrows. He can also wear Link's familiar Tunic of the Wild.
Yes! The Tunic of the Wild! Yes!
Although it's been a while, the 2-in-1 fighter, the Ice Climbers, are back.
There's the Doors Mass stage. Yeah.
Work together with Nana. Once she's gone, you're in serious trouble. Ike's outfit from Fire Emblem Path of Radiance returns, along with his look from Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn.
Yep.
Now you can use both versions for the first time.
Cool.
The two
that
different
Ragnar
versions are even
action.
voiced a little differently.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Notice the difference.
A little.
Complete-
Look at that!
Whoa!
Did you notice Pikachu Libre is a girl? Fox's design is now based on Star Fox Zero, and his final smash has received an overhaul. This time, final smashes are straight to the point, so you can get right back to fighting.
Straight to the point with a lengthy cutscene.
Yeah, the cutscene.
Falco's final smash features an unorthodox ship formation that's more unruly than Fox's. Either way, the Landmaster has been retired.
No more Landmaster.
This has been really fun.
In one-on-one fights, Ryu will always face his opponents, just like in his original game appearance.
Oh, yeah!
It's a small touch that reduces accidental command inputs.
Him saying accidental command
Charge
inputs is a good
moves, like
sign.
Samus's charge shot can now power up in midair.
Dude, sick.
You can
That's-
cancel with jump or dodge, but you'll be open to attack.
Oh.
That drop kick.
Marth's dancing blade is faster, and it's easier to unleash one after another. This holds true for
Wow,
Roy
these
and
updates are so
Machina too.
specific. I love
In
it.
addition, Marth is now fully voiced in English.
Keep your eyes open.
Wow. Oh, who's
Here we
voicing
go.
him?
Backed by popular demand,
Yeah, who is
veteran
voicing
fighter
him?
Snake is sneaking back into the fray. It's been 10 years since his last appearance in the series, so we can finally make some new dream matches come true.
New codec combos.
Of course, Shadow Moses Island is back too.
Yes.
Can't wait for that Sonic combo.
They did not tell you.
King
that.
DDD's final smash is
Yeah.
basically a cage fight where he unleashes missiles and a jet hammer.
Wow. Pichu.
Pichu is also returning from Super Smash Bros.
Taking
Melee.
damage.
Its electric shock still damages itself too,
Yeah.
so be careful.
Okay, thanks.
In The Legend of
Like
Zelda
this
Breath of the
before?
Wild, Zelda is more
Going
into
to
research
pass.
than fighting, so her design is from The Legend of Zelda,
Link
A Link
Between
Between
Worlds.
Worlds.
Yeah, I thought
Zelda
so.
is much more elegant and regal than our other fighters, but we made sure you wouldn't underestimate her energetic attacks. Her final smash is a
Oh, man.
ceiling move called Triforce.
Dude,
of
cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sonic's final smash, Super Sonic, is more souped up than ever. Either you're too slow, or he's lightning fast. Pac-Man also got a speed boost this time around. Looping around the stage sounds just like Pac-Man.
So good.
Pokemon Trainer is back with Squirtle,
Yes.
Ivysaur, and Charizard. You can change Pokemon during battle, and this time there's no penalty for sticking with one, so feel free to pick your main.
Cool.
Did you hear that? There's no penalty for sticking with one.
Also, you can play as a female
Yes!
trainer for the first time.
Oh, so cool.
Some fighters, like Captain Falcon, trigger a dramatic slow-mo effect on strong attacks in one-on-one fights.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's.
And of course, his hazardous big blue
Yeah.
stage
Yeah, dude. I love it.
Beautiful.
Here we go, baby.
Just like before, you can play as Cloud in his Final Fantasy VII costume or his Final Fantasy VII Advent
Geostigma.
Children's
Say
Geostigma.
Oh my
Geostigma.
gosh, that would be hilarious. That's it.
Now
Oh.
you can see his limit gauge near his damage percentage at
Oh,
all
great.
times. Special
Nice.
displays are available for certain other fighters too. For example,
Rolling.
you can see how much longer Robin can use Levin's sword
Yeah,
and Tone.
durability stuff. Yeah.
For Villager, we made it easier to see what you've pocketed. Between the male and female versions, there are 8 different villagers.
Cool. That's kind of fun. Here we go for Huber.
Bowser's final smash, Giga Bowser, is even bigger and better. He's
Oh my
God!
A Huber fantasy.
All of Mr. Game & Watch's moves are back, and he looks even more like he did in his original games.
Wow.
His transformations are more full of character than ever.
Yes.
Sounds like.
Young Link
Slingshot?
from Super Smash Bros. Melee is making a comeback that makes 3 Links for the first time. Lon Lon Milk, anyone? After
some of
10
these
long
aren't
years,
updates, they're
Wolf
just like, he's
makes his
here.
return. His design is based on Star Fox Zero, and each of his moves have received a significant upgrade.
Oh.
Kirby is his usual puffy self. But we've added a little something to his stone ability.
There it is.
Oh,
Tower.
Breath of the
He has
Wild.
a copy ability for every fighter, so the more fighters we have, the more challenging he becomes to develop.
That's so much fun.
That's crazy.
Is that your update? It's just like it's harder to do Kirby
Shulk
now?
used to
Oh
repeat
man,
repeated
that's so
button
great.
presses to toggle Monado arts. But now you can choose a specific one with a button press and a quick
Cool.
Cool, cool, cool.
Sure is handy to change arts on the fly. We also
This is
added
so
Fiora to his
complicated.
final
This game is
smash.
insanely complex, man.
Yes! Change him a little.
Ganondorf rises
be a
again,
clone.
returning to his
Change him a
popular
little.
design from The Legend of
Yes, the
Zelda, Ocarina
best
of Time.
design.
And for his final
the
smash,
sword.
he becomes Demon King.
Yeah!
Mii Fighter's proportions have been tweaked a bit. There are 3
Okay.
types: Brawler,
Yeah, head's real
Sword
small.
Fighter, and Gunner. The moveset for each type has also been enhanced,
Let's try Prime
and you can now
Stage.
choose from 12 voice options. We're hoping to get this fighter ready for online play.
Question mark. Oh no, that's not a good.
What does that mean?
What does that
His
mean?
final smash was 3 sacred
Can't
treasures.
play them online?
This time, he'll be riding in style on the lightning chariot.
Is one of these just gonna be like, I don't know if I'm going to make it? Like what?
In the last game, Zero Suit Samus's final smash called in her gunship. This time, she uses her power suit to fire a devastating laser.
Dude. You know, like the power suit does.
When Olimar gets
Give
damaged,
Olimar
you'll see
something
a
cool.
crack in his helmet.
Oh, no. Come on. No, not that.
Don't
This is
worry,
like-
it'll get fixed up right away.
That's like
That's it.
Bayonetta costumes from her first 2 games are both available. Listen closely, and you'll hear differences in the sound effect.
Okay.
It seems we have a guest.
Oh, what?
Rodan appears as an assistant.
Oh, okay.
That's hype.
Warrior's final smash, Warrior Man, has changed quite a bit. After transforming, he no longer uses individual attacks to get the job done. Donkey Kong's final smash is all rapid-fire punches. like
Dude,
Donkey Kong
sick.
Jungle Beat.
Okay. JoJo.
No more bongos.
You'll notice that he and other fighters have expressive new facial animations.
Top right one.
Little Mac's final smash is now a rush of blows from Gigamac. In fact, all final smash moves in the game get right to the punch. Ness's new final smash calls
Dude,
Paula
nice.
and Pooh. Of course, Jeff still shows up as an assist trophy.
Nah.
Likewise, Lucas's final smash features Kumatora and Boney. At first glance, Wii Fit Trainer seems the same, but her face has a new look. I wavered a bit on whether to change it, but it was a request from the Wii Fit developers.
Here we go.
We've included
I don't
all
like
the
it, but they
hazards
made
for
me.
both versions of Mega Man Stage from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Nintendo 3DS.
Cool.
Cool.
And for his final smash, say
Proto
hello
Man
to
and Bass.
Proto Man and Bass.
Yeah, dude.
Give me a Proto Man skin.
Palutena's special attacks have been streamlined this time around. And her down special is now both a counter and a deflector. Rob has a new gauge on his chassis, showing how much fuel he has left for hovering.
Oh, wow.
Might be hard to see.
That's gonna be tough to see, yeah.
Notice the epsilon symbols next to Lucina and
Yeah.
Dark Pit's numbers? Each of these fighters are based on another fighter in the game. We're treating these fighters a little differently and have decided to call them Echo Fighters.
Oh.
Allow me to introduce a brand new Echo Fighter.
Dark Light?
Oh! Jolly.
Echo Peach.
Daisy joins the
yeah.
roster as Peach's Echo Fighter. She fights in a similar manner as Peach, but they have different characteristics, which we hope you'll enjoy.
Just butt checks.
Have fun playing as your favorite princesses. All in all, if you add up the changes we're making, there could be tens of thousands. I hope you're looking forward to some serious matchups.
Oh, I love the weirdness of this Sakurai present.
And here's a new fighter.
All right, let's go.
Splatoon.
Right.
We already knew about that.
Inkling is a completely new addition to the roster. If you ink opponents, they'll take more damage from attacks.
Cool.
Different weapons are available as smash attacks or special attacks. The Splatter Shot, Splat Bomb, Splat Roller,
Nice.
and the final smash, Killer Whale.
Very good.
You can actually run out of ink, so it's important to refill by pressing the B button while shielding.
Oh.
Inkling Boy also debuts alongside Inkling Girl.
Yeah, but it's
Inklings are very fashionable. All 8 have their own outfits.
Cool.
And each has their own ink color, so matches get really bright.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Jeez.
insane.
Chaos.
By the way,
8 people on that stage.
That's an Inkling stage.
we
That's
added in the Squid Sisters as
Oh,
an assist trophy.
okay.
During their live concert, the camera zooms in for a close-up.
They know exactly
That
what
means
we
it's
want.
easier to get knocked off the screen.
Oh.
Oh my god.
And you just gotta watch him dance as you die! You just gotta watch him dance!
This is insanity.
While we're on the topic of assist trophies,
Yeah,
let
go!
me share some additional information. As you may know, assist trophies lend helpful support in battles.
Best character.
You can KO assist trophies by inflicting damage, and now you get points for it too.
Oh.
However, some assist trophies will remain unbeatable. Maybe an unexpected
Get defeated.
Yep,
Bomber
it's him.
Hero Pod.
Wow.
Just an assist trophy.
There's a wide variety, more than
Starfy,
50 of them
wow.
here in the game.
Cool.
Burrowing snag.
Sick.
Hey, those guys will mess you up.
No, I
Of
know.
course,
It's just
we're also adding
it's
even
a
more
geeky game.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
I
more
can't
Pokemon.
wait to show you.
Ooh.
Nice.
Double
Smash Ball!
Fake
Smash.
That's
that
really
takes
good.
it out when you hit it?
Yeah.
Yes.
There are a
Oh,
variety of
no.
stages available in this game as well, including a massive list of returning stages. If you get a group together to play, it'll be a challenge to hit them all. The graphics have been improved as well.
Nice.
Sick.
Let's get a look at some stages from various games.
The music.
There's so much energy, man. They are just. See, why wasn't Fallout 76 like this? That's what I'm talking about, you know?
Yes!
Yeah, dude!
You got the Spirit Trek stage.
Oh my god!
Good graphics.
Oh, it just keeps getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, what?
Oh, very cool.
Port Cities.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Wow. Oh.
There we go.
He looks so good.
Yeah!
It's so small. It's so tiny.
Just hanging out.
It's gonna break.
Yeah.
It's gonna break.
Yep.
Wait, what?
What? What's it called? Oh, it's
Oh, it rebuilds.
itself.
Rebuilds it. Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All stages now have both
That
Battlefield
was
and
an
Omega
Omega
forms.
form.
Oh, that's cool.
These versions hover above an abyss. Their sizes and terrain are all the same, so savor the simplicity with music and backgrounds from your favorite series.
New technique.
Let's take a sneak peek at the new and returning techniques you can pull off during battles.
Yeah, man. Punch
The
out.
directional air dodge enhances mobility.
Cool.
It can come in handy when recovering from a fall.
Oh, you can do a double jump and oh.
However, if you dodge too much, even on the ground, you'll be wide open to attack, and your duration of intangibility gets shorter.
Wow.
You can execute short hop attacks by pressing the A button and jump at any time. Also, you can smash attack by pressing the A and B buttons just like the previous game.
Perfect.
A perfect shield occurs when you release the shield button. Until now, you were able to pull it off without any major risks, but going forward, you'll need to time it carefully.
That's hyped.
For one-on-one battles, the damage dealt will now be greater than in battles with higher numbers of players.
Oh, okay.
This should help ensure that the action is well-paced. In a timed battle, the fighter in the lead will sometimes flash with light. Better do something, or no victory pose for you. We've got something special for your playing pleasure in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
For your playing pleasure.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
GameCube controller.
Yep.
Ooh. The close up.
Nintendo GameCube controllers can be used in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. For many of you, it just isn't the same without them.
Yes.
Not to mention, all Super Smash Bros. Series amiibo figures
course.
are compatible this time as well. In fact, all fighters' current amiibo figures will be supported, even if they're from a different series. Tap a compatible amiibo figure to add in a figure player, or FP, and level up. Your FP data
it's
from
returning.
previous titles can be transferred.
Ooh. I wonder how that works.
I think it's just like the Wii U version.
We hope you're as
Or how it
excited as
transfers.
we are. Our staff will continue working hard until the game releases. We really appreciate your support. We've made including every single fighter ever our #1 goal, so I'm kind of hoping you aren't expecting too many new challengers.
I like how forthright.
However, we do have one more announcement. Please take a look.
Who is it?
The pause.
Are they not going to say a new challenger?
Dramatic pause.
CG, nice.
What is this?
It's just, yeah, Mega Man, Mario, and Samus. Checking out. Is Ridley gonna show up?
Yeah,
It's
gotta
Ridley.
be Ridley.
It's Ridley.
Oh yeah!
Ridley!
Oh no!
Just murdering.
Get him!
Oh.
She knows.
Prime 4 graphics. Mario's dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Just
murdered.
Dead
Mario
forever.
is
Dead.
That was
Canon.
really dark.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
See how big Ridley is.
Oh my god.
No, they made Ridley
Okay.
smaller.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez. That was like an alien kind of, you know? Like,
Yeah, better Ridley, yeah.
Ha.
Also dead.
Yeah.
The music too.
Oh, that's a good vital smash.
Wow. The showdown. Available. Oh, the date. Wow,
Okay.
that's far. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, it does.
That was a meal.
Oh,
That's
it.
is that it?
Hard cut.
Good morning, everyone,
That's
and
it.
welcome
Wow.
to Nintendo Treehouse
So they're-
Live from
really?
the Los
Okay,
Angeles
no
Convention
Metroid.
Center at
All right.
E3.
Oh,
皆さんおはようございます。
wow.
ロサンゼルスの
Animal
E3 会場の
Crossing uncalled
Nintendo
for.
Treehouse
Yeah.
Meat
So
spirit.
thank you to everyone around the
Bloodward.
world for tuning in to our Nintendo Direct, as well as our fans in
Mario Party though. That's one that
Yeah.
is
Party,
predicted. Yeah.
You can't comfort me with your Animal Crossing hype with Mario Party.
Yeah.
Come on.
Although I selfishly, it's really interesting now that Easy Allies is what it is. That like when something is just so choice for a group stream, I get really excited.
Yeah.
We
no,
didn't get a date on that though. Did
Don't
we?
get me wrong.
What? Mario Party,
I'm
Super Mario
interested.
Party.
It looks very cool. It's not Animal Crossing.
That
I
tricycle
forgot.
mini game was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're like what I heard was kind of true. There weren't really too many surprises, and they focused majority of their time on Smash Brothers.
Ultimate.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. They can't make another one now. It's Ultimate.
People posting pictures of the booth. Do we know what their booth looks like?
I mean, they.
This is on their stage.
Right,
but Yeah,
right.
they haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's gonna be
What
this
if-
artwork is gonna be like plastered all over the like.
What
the
if
sides.
the next Smash Brothers is named Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Echo? And they just have the symbol.
That's so funny.
This is called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 2. Next time.
Okay.
No
little,
modes.
little shorter, 40-something minutes.
Yeah. No modes at all mentioned at all.
Yeah,
at all.
I mean, they
Right.
might cover some
yeah,
of
they
it
might be
in the
talking about some of
treehouse,
that.
honestly. But I think with what they showed, they did a really good job of. I think the message I'm taking away from this is that they actually angled this to care more about
The fighting
competitive
community.
balance and actually addressing
Yeah.
issues. Like the message was like, we actually will take this seriously this time, and I'm
Yeah.
quite shocked at that. I thought they would honestly just like not necessarily not care about it, but just be like whatever. Like we'll do balance updates every now and then, but this is a game that's not meant to be taken that way. Like or at least that's Nintendo's attitude. So this feels like an attitude shift for them. I don't know if you agree with that, but that's what I took away from that reveal. Like that was insane. I just want to see So show me some modes. Come on, you can do it, guys.
But it's interesting because I'm sure, like, and this is just me speaking out of turn because I'm not a big Smash Brothers person, but like, you know, I know there's been some animosity and frustration about some characters that were taken away, characters that were added that were not done the right way, modes that were added that people thought could have been done better, and it seems like to please as many fans as they possibly can, they're kind of stepping back, and like I'm really taking stock in him saying, like, our number one goal was to make every single character available in this game.
Yeah.
So I don't know who said it, so you can stop asking me. You know, and that was crazy. And I got to tip my hat from a media production standpoint when it comes to putting packages together like this. How much work was put into these tiny little character interactions, almost every single clip, and there were probably like 5,000 edits that we just saw of all these different sequences were staged very intentionally, what costumes they're wearing, how they're facing, you know, little jokes and stuff like that. Stuff that like 2 shots later, I was like, oh wait, that was a joke. Like that was a funny little bit. Like I love Ridley like bumping into Kirby, you know, with the Samus mask on. Like that's that points, man. That's just not a lot of people do stuff like that. And again, like you look at, I mean, seems like a weird comparison, but you look at how long it took Todd Howard to tell us very little about Fallout 76 and how much information we got from this game in such a short amount of time. HUD.
To add on to that presentation in the package, I mean, really digging into the nitty-gritty of extremely minor changes. Every change that they did, they highlighted it in such a special way. There was no like text on screen with a still image. It was okay. We're going to show you. Okay, this is what happens when you do 6 dashes versus 1. We're going to put them right side by side, and we're gonna make the point extremely clearly, and then we're going to move on. I agree with you, 10,000%, Brandon Jones.
Yeah.
I've got the press release now, so I'm going to scan through and see if there's anything
I love it.
that they didn't touch on.
Yeah, see if there's any new information in there. I don't think it's the worst thing that they didn't show off any other modes, but like, yeah, the amount of work they put in there, Brandon, like I don't think everyone realizes it, but it worked. Like it was comic. Like when they wanted to be funny, it was funny. Even like the voice stuff. Like I wonder, like Sakura was just like, here are the voice differences. Like just like staring at it, like just looking at the fan base, like you asked for this. You get everything you want, including. But even look how absurd this is.
Look at how absurd this is. Definitely.
But he even worded it very carefully. Picked his words carefully. Where he's like, if you listen carefully, you will notice a slight difference in their voices.
Yeah.
So when you're like, I can't hear it, it's like he did everything to tell you.
Super Mario Party is October 5th. They did say that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
Thought it was October 5th. I didn't want to say because I was confused. I thought I was confusing it with something else. But they focused on more showing how the old is being updated versus showing outright new stuff, essentially. Like, there's just the Ridley reveal, obviously, here. Stage of Breath of the Wild stage. And the message he said, I think they are not going to go too crazy with brand new stuff. I think the expectation they're setting up is that we're giving you, like, this rich history all put into one. We don't have much time or space to add a lot of like new stuff, so I don't know how many other extra characters to expect. Like I don't think they're gonna add.
I think they'll reveal one during E3 or something like that.
You think they'll reveal another character during this?
At the end of the tournament, maybe.
Maybe.
At the tournament.
During
that's a good
the
point.
end of E3, we'll know another one.
The tournament's a great, like the end of it. Like we have one last surprise. I could see like maybe 3-4 characters total being added to this game. That's it.
Yeah.
I would give anything to see Reggie. I would give anything to see Reggie walk out like post grand finals of this tournament with Super Saiyan hair.
That's great.
So part of the rumor for the new characters was Ridley. And Simon Belmont was one of the other ones.
When did we start talking about Ridley first? Was that Melee?
Oh, no. I mean, everyone thought... the serious rumors were for Ridley to be in Smash Bros. For Wii U. And there are all these people saying, yeah, it's definitely happening. It did happen. And you hear these arguments that, like, Ridley's just too big. You can't fit Ridley in the game. And then Ridley was added as, like, an extra thing, but not playable. It's
Smash has a history of that, right? Like, Mewtwo was supposed to be in Smash 64 and then made its way into Melee.
This is just, man, this is such an attitude change from Sakura. I wonder if he actually was convinced to, like, he actually believes this, or if other people just are like, we got to do this. Like, we have we know your position on this, but we need to start doing things this way. Like, we can't keep doing things the same way. Let's do this. And
I don't know. He feels like he has a lot of energy.
He seemed passionate though,
Yeah.
like that. But if you had to make me guess, I think he's buying into this. I think he believes that this is the way people want to play this game, and maybe it's time to support that.
When he changed that Wii Fit Trainer face, his whole world opened up.
Yeah,
that's what he's like. I originally didn't really think about it, but the developers came.
Yeah,
I want to know that
funny.
I want to know that conversation.
Oh, and
like,
wait, I mean, man, I don't want to look too far into this, but we commented on the time, and it was very strange. You were very taken aback, Ben, of like the Wii, the me characters, and like maybe they will join the fight? Question mark or something like
online.
For online.
Right?
Question mark.
Because if you can't,
They can't
no.
They can't balance it.
It's because of the custom moves. Because you can customize the Wii
Oh,
characters' moves and abilities, and you couldn't take that online with you. There's restrictions on that. I think they're alluding to there might be no restrictions on going online with them and accounting for that. So,
Or
But the
maybe
way
if they're
they
just into
presented
for
it
fun, yeah.
was basically like, yeah, we hope this works out.
Oh, this is what we're going to be able to
I don't know
play
if
today.
it necessarily works
Those
out so much as
characters.
it'll be in the best interest that
Figure out
this
how
will
I'm
just
gonna
be
play.
too weird.
The language was so straightforward and honest. Like, I
Yeah, it
hope
was.
you're satisfied with no more new characters because, damn it, this was hard. Like, we put a lot of work. Look at this Donkey Kong stage. Look at that water. It looks so much better. Be happy with this. Come on.
Well, you will be upset if at least one or two new characters got axed for this in the name of bringing Wolf back.
I think the thing for me with a new character announcement, especially at E3, especially if this is the main game that they're leaning into, that like if I have any disappointment with having Ridley be like the focus right now, is that Metroid is accounted for. So like I'm looking forward to, if it's Belmont or anybody, but a new franchise we have not seen brought to this. When they pulled that camera out and saw all of those different icons.
Are they hiding what is in the assist trophies now?
Yeah.
There's like generic silhouettes, so I guess they don't want you to be able to tell what's in them.
Wait, I thought you couldn't tell what's in them before.
No, I thought you could.
Was that something changed for
Oh
Wii U?
no! It was just there was nothing in them, I guess, right?
I think it was just too low res to see the silhouette.
Okay.
Oh, Final Smash.
That might be
on,
your point. I was wrong.
Ridley.
You couldn't tell what they
Satisfying.
were before. I'm sorry. Check out the Pokeball. Let's see. Show us the
Let us see.
Let's see the Pokemon.
These poor PR
Yeah, let us see the.
people.
Set Eevee free. Set Eevee free.
No!
How do you recover?
Pick up the ball!
Recover. Oh!
It's right there!
Poor people.
But the score flashing like that.
They're just getting eviscerated online.
But that's Navy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it flashes the score now.
The ball is gone.
That's so depressing. Like, how could you let that happen? Beyond Smash Brothers, they opened up. So I want to give some of the other games some attention. They opened up with a new game from Marvelous, Daemon X Machina.
Yeah.
It looked like you guys saying looked like Armor Core. That was shocked. Like no one knew that was.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
But it looks great.
Yeah.
Like I think.
Definitely intriguing.
Yeah, this is interesting. You can choose and equip a multitude of weapons obtained from downed enemies and swap them on the fly to suit your strategy.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's
Real
cool.
Mega Man.
Nice.
Get those Kiwis.
Yeah, the combat looked great in it. I like the fighting that giant mech looking like fortress boss like in the desert. The environments looked really good too. Like,
Yeah. Do we know who Kenichiro Sakuda is? That's the name being dropped on this designer.
Unfortunately, drawing a blank. When I showed the list of the credits, I was like, I feel like I should
Right,
be
I had
recognizing
the
one of
same
these
sensation.
names.
I feel like I should
and
know this.
I'm sure Chet was the time was like, oh, it's so and so from this. I'm like, I feel bad. I don't recognize any of them.
Yeah, so this is like a very distinct silhouette now. Before it was just like this kind of like hazy, like there's sort of a
I thought it
dark
was
thing
just
inside.
glass,
grab the
nothing
ball.
in it. Yeah, please get the Pokeball this time.
They died.
What? Oh my
They died with
gosh. What if there was like they have like instructions like you
Let Ridley
cannot
get the
show
spot.
any of the
Let Ridley get
Pokeballs.
this.
Yeah.
Come on. Thank
Look
you.
at that. Oh, how do you feel, Ben? How do you feel about the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC, the Torna, the Golden Country?
Honestly, I think it's ideal.
Yeah, that's a
That
great
is
deal.
that story that they're telling is
when
so
it's not
crucial to
Samus,
the
though.
plot of Xenoblade
It's
Chronicles
whoever it
2.
is slams against that
and
ship
they
and-
give you glimpses into what happened with those characters and what they did and why certain characters feel the way they do in the main stories because of the events that they're focusing on in
There's
the
a
DLC. The only thing that I'm questioning is that journey seems like it's a long one, and so I'm very curious about the length of the DLC.
Seemed pretty significant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To me, it seemed like it was worth because you'd be paying for that. It's not free.
The full history of Jin and the fall of his homeland.
Yeah, like that's not
500
you
years
can't wrap
before
that up
the
in a
events of
couple of hours.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
That's gonna be pretty cool.
Also available as a standalone retail package.
Wait, what? How much?
Does not say that.
So you could just buy the
There's
DLC
a
without the
button to
main
click
game.
on.
This is Xenoblade Chronicles 2.5.
Yeah. Wow.
That's coming out in September, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the new crowded month of
Heck yeah, dude.
Purchase details below. Okay.
Cool. The same month as
Yeah, same thing as like.
So it comes with the expansion pass.
Getting crowded.
On its own, it's $30.
Okay.
So it's probably pretty big then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
$30. It's gotta be.
Let's go for at least 10, 20 hours worth of content right there, minimum. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
We seem pretty excited about it.
The $30 is the price for buying it as DLC. They don't really have a price on the full retail version.
Interesting.
I would think it would be
same price.
The same, yeah.
The Ridley slow clap is so great. At the end of the
when Ridley loses? I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
We'll have to get another match in. Super Mario Party.
Yeah, dude, it looked awesome.
Hype stuff. The thing about putting the Switches together to combine like that's a great, I think it was a great example of using that and leveraging Switch and like playing it in undocked mode.
And also
handheld mode, yeah.
It fits perfectly with Mario Party, which is designed to make you hate other people. And so when you're getting together with friends and you're bringing your Switch and you're pulling it out of the case and you drop it, then you're mad at your friend for... Yep. It's perfect.
I expect stories of people picking up their friend's Switch and just throwing it across. Like, Bowser Star stealing?
How
do you feel about that?
All super deliberate. It looked like just a double Switch crossover. They weren't doing any crazy 4-Switch configurations. It looks just like two of them can go together.
So here's a weird detail on the retail version of Xenoblade expansion.
Yeah.
It comes with an expansion pass for Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Which would encourage you to buy the
full game. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm guessing that when you start a game in Super Mario Party, you can basically opt for I'm going to be playing this on my television, so don't give me any of those mini games that offer that functionality. Or if there are those mini games, I'm not going to be using them that way, so it customizes the game, so we can stream that.
So happy they went back with this.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, they said 2018 for that. Did they give a more firm date yet or no?
I'm looking through it now.
Hey, this just in. Game Informer confirms David Hayter for voice of Snake.
Nice!
Oh, yeah.
Making it right.
Oh, man, I wish that would have been in there.
It just says available in 2018.
Okay. I wonder if they're just going to reuse every exact same old line of dialogue to get around any weirdness. Because he already did it. And it's you just use it. It's available.
I hope there's some obscene condition that you have to fulfill with Snake where there's just a slam on Konami or something. There's just some David Hayter burn.
I've been betrayed.
That we recorded without anyone's knowledge.
You get every trophy in the game, and you get a video of David Hayter sitting down.
I predict a future game soon update where someone rumors that it's hidden in the code somewhere. You gotta unlock David Hayter angry
Kiefer Slight.
Yeah.
Took my job.
I'm not gonna be able to handle the stage, man. This stage
is awesome.
It's so cool. Everything going on in the background. I'm just waiting for the
Divine
Beast to pop up.
Let Mega Man get it.
Well, it'd be great. What I was thinking they would do is there are a couple of towers where you had, I don't know their names, but the octopi that are running around with the lasers. What are they?
The Guardians?
Guardians, yeah. If you could see the...
because you're looking over at Hyrule Field in front of you. Yeah, because you're on the Great Plateau, so you're looking down at Hyrule Field down there.
But yeah, if the volcano, guy was up on top.
Yeah, there's like a campfire in the distance over there.
It is.
And it's cool that that's the map. There's even a tower right over there to the left. That's
it's that's the first tower you go to.
Oh.
I think this is the tower. Yeah, the tower you're on right now. Yeah, this is the first tower on the plateau. That's funny. And I know they only showed specifically the Donkey Kong waterfall stage, but the visual upgrade
the
on
melee
just
stage,
everything.
yes.
Visual upgrade on characters. Visual upgrade on maps. I have such little stock in Smash Brothers, and I am so impressed with not only decisions they made with this game, but just everything they showed off today and the way they showed it off. I mean, you said it was shorter, but to me, that's an accomplishment that they got all of this information out.
Did you guys talk about Fire Emblem?
No, I was about to bring it up. I was like, I want to talk about Fire Emblem.
Looks awesome, dude.
Is it three?
Three houses.
That's what it's actually.
Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah.
Three Houses, the final title for that. Okay, and it's 2019 now, so it got
spring of 2019. Player can maneuver the main character freely and interact with other characters to build relationships and gather information at various points within the game.
I don't necessarily think that it's going to be 3 different versions like Fates.
No.
But I'm saying, like, I wonder if there's going to be a choice early on where you have to pick a house.
Yes,
probably.
That's how they're going to solve.
Yeah.
Like, they like that going through different like storylines.
Does say there are 3 main characters: Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude, who play key roles in the story.
Or you could just be switching perspectives. Yeah,
exactly.
I would like that even more.
Werebear.
We covered some of that there, Blood. We definitely saw it in action.
Werebear's
Seeing that the battlefields are in 3D, character models are in 3D on the battlefield, like that. Sorry, I hit my mic. That was a good sign to me. That's what I was looking for. Is going that direction. And then I know they showed like the large scale battle mechanic of rallying your troops in a formation and then attacking another like enemy, like group of enemy units that are also in like a formation that. Look great. That wasn't in. I didn't play Fates.
No, that's not.
Okay, it's not a. I don't want to get that wrong. Say that's a new mechanic that I haven't seen before.
But it's a potentially incredibly interesting mechanic that completely changes how you think about Fire Emblem because if you have a formation
and the glider behind them.
Yeah.
If you have a formation of a bunch of different weapon types, right, and you're on the map, it's like, okay, how do I deal with this large unit? Like, I have to make sure that my formations are mixed in such a way that I can deal with multiple threats.
Yeah.
Like, that's really cool.
Like, I love it because there's another element that's beyond the sword axe lance basic one-on-one strategy. Because especially the 3D Fire Emblems like Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, I was talking about in previous stuff, the battlefields having like trebuchets, having hazards and stuff that affect it. This is Gandorf, nice, so good.
Oh gosh, Gandorf.
Just having those extra those layers there, and the one thing I'm still waiting to see because I didn't, maybe I missed it, is the using the battlefield, like having like height differences and stuff. It looked like when they went into that action style battle sequence that they were running up an incline and stuff, but I don't know if that will actually translate into the actual map. Like, I think you have to account for that, and I hope it does.
I really think it will. I think them going 3D with you moving around the map. I think it different heights and other different terrain, things that you can use to your advantage or disadvantage will totally be a part of it.
And that will be amazing. And the other amazing thing I saw is just being able to walk around outside of battle.
Yes.
Everything's not just like we're going to a menu.
And they've been building up to this.
Yeah.
You've been able, like you had your own keep in Fire Emblem Fates, and you could walk around it. And so I think they've had this idea in their mind for a long time, and I think they're really going to blow it out.
They got that console power now.
You're just going to have so much more space that you can navigate and put your army into, and that is going to be awesome.
Especially
because it's Mario's
Look at the cute Mega Man.
Mega Man's like, that's great.
What if
Mario's like, I'm gonna get you next
contextual
time.
ones because he lost a link. Maybe Gandorf does like an extra salty one. He's
that was very salty. That was a BM clap.
Wrong timeline. I didn't kill him in this one. Damn it. The other thing about Fire Emblem that I didn't see, but it's good, I didn't see any of the waifu stuff or child stuff. And people go, but you were talking to that character and said focus on swords or axes. Like, that looks great because I think that is the type of social building I want to see where you can influence character progression. And I actually think that might be the way they might handle the promotion thing. Because usually like you just pick one or the other when you hit that level. Maybe you got to start earlier and say like, I want you to focus on axes and you're going to progress that way. It's like basically pushing towards a job system essentially,
right?
And delineating that.
You're saying like a slow evolution of a bunch of little changes over time, rather than just a big jump at a predefined point. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
and I like that, and I hope it's very in depth. Like, 'cause I would like to see that because. And I do hope there is like side story payoff to that, like the character building and development.
Right.
And I do hope what does return from like previous systems.
New amiibo.
Oh, really, amiibo?
No way.
Inkling's one of those. I see.
Yeah.
It's 2 new ones. Inkling and Ridley. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
I like that. 2 other altars, dude. For future reveals, maybe.
Oh yeah, once they reveal a new character.
Yeah. What's really
Put 'em
stepping
on
in
the
there? Is that
open.
ice or something? What's going on?
A Simon Belmont amiibo.
Yeah, why?
One's for Simon
And a
Belmont.
Solaire amiibo.
Yeah,
man.
Solaire is coming out. Solaire's coming out. Because they haven't revealed Solaire's playable yet.
Wait a minute.
so
Yeah.
that's another reveal.
There are definite 2 spots.
Oh, we gotta
There's
get
the close-up.
the nice high-res art.
Juicy.
That looks pretty sick.
That looks pretty sick.
I love the fingers.
Bloodworks
the
for
claws.
sure getting that.
Very good.
Wait, what if
We also got what's up?
there are 2 more behind there and they're just
That's what I'm
covering
saying.
them?
No, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know,
It's
but
really weird.
There actually are in there right now. You just can't see them because of the
Yeah.
camera shot. They're just secretly
No,
laughing.
they wouldn't. They
They're
would
like, ha ha ha.
They'll pop the glass off, put them in, take the signs off.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want to risk. Whoa, reveal on Treehouse.
Her face is really good.
Yeah, like that is not
Good
old school.
faces.
Yeah, not old school amiibo, terrible face stuff.
And the difference is in the texture. Her hair is super shiny. And obviously,
Oh, yeah.
you get different. The
Much
light
more
hits the different parts of her differently.
Oh, sorry.
What did you have, Bloodworth?
What's next, baby?
Overcooked 2. with
Yeah,
the
I played it.
Yeah.
You played it?
How was
You
it, Jones?
I played it.
I played
I
it.
played it at Judges Week, and I can finally talk about it right now.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
My favorite thing about Overcooked 2, and there are some changes, they did talk about them, and I'll mention like what they add to the experience. And this seems unfair, because we talk about improvements, we were freaking out before they even talked about Smash Brothers, about like, what are they going to bring? What are they going to change? Is this a sequel? Is this an update? What is it? And I remember way back in the day when I was playing GoldenEye on Nintendo 64, and Perfect Dark was going to take forever, and I was like, I just want more GoldenEye levels. I just want, like, you don't need to, they were like, oh, we're adding co-op, and you can play as enemies, and all this. I was like, I just want more of this. And Overcooked is more Overcooked. Like, they did not break it. They didn't, like, they added a couple things here and there. It's just a bunch of new worlds, a bunch of new maps. They had something that wasn't playable where the dog that the onion guy has his own levels.
Ooh, dog levels.
And one of the people from Team 17 was like, make sure you play, I don't remember his name, like Wilbur or something. They're like, make sure you play the dog's levels. And I was like, okay. And so Greg Miller and I did one, and it was just another level. And we went to her like, it was just another level. And she's like, oh yeah, they're going to be changing that later. She's like, but right now they're just regular levels. So I'm like, well, you asked me. But the themes are extremely different. As you saw in the beginning, like there's a zombie apocalypse, but it's the unbred. So you have all the zombie bread that pops up. I didn't notice the unbred playing into any of the specific levels that I played, but in the Overcooked 1, you have the spaghetti monster that you're trying to please at the end, and so I think it's this army of unbred that you were trying to satiate and fill the tummies of to overcome the greatest challenges ahead of you. But map was similar. It's the overworld, and you go around. I think there was like the same number of paths that you could go, the same number of levels within each path. There's probably more levels in it than Overcooked 1. If you remember the haunted house from the first Overcooked, where like tables would like pop up and move. Now there's like the magic schools, like Harry Potter vibes.
Cool.
They were like teleporters, so you had to like run up to one part and like teleport to somewhere else to go get it. But the major improvement that I think is really simple and is super easy to pick up and understand, but like I imagine failing at 9 times out of 10, and they mention it very briefly, is you can throw stuff now. So if like there's a gap that you have to like take the boat over,
that's like a game changer.
I could just go to the end and be like, Brad, and you like run to the edge, and I'll throw something and you have to grab it, because if you don't grab it right when it comes,
that's so cool.
It'll like bounce off of you.
Because that's how you keep it from becoming game breaking right there.
And as somebody who played all of the Overcooked stuff, there were sections, because the classic, I don't know if you remember, like the freeway level where there's like the bus that would go between the two areas, so you had to like, when it came up, like I'm just gonna leave what I'm doing and go do that. And then later they added, I remember there's a space section where they had a switch that you would flip a switch and then that would open doors. So they added a little bit of player control with when you could gain access to certain areas. And there was one section that I'm like, I don't remember something this specific, but I was playing with 4 players, and you can imagine, typically from Overcooked 1 how chaotic that is. But there was a platform in the middle that had a lever that I would manually move the platform around. And so it got to a point where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. Like, all of you guys do stuff, I'm just going to control this. And when I can see somebody needs to move something, I will move this over to pick that up and then move it back the other way. And this was a magical moment for me at Judges Week, and in general in my profession in this industry. Overcooked 2 is the first video game I have ever played and will likely ever play with Jeff Keighley. I sat down and Jeff Keighley and myself co-opted an Overcooked 2 level.
Wait, was Was he friendly and cooperative? Was he like, get on the meat?
He was like, yeah, you know. Got a tomato over there? Okay.
Tomatoes.
Just classic.
Bring me some chicken.
Yeah. Okay.
It's burning.
Tacos.
John's is burning. John's is burning.
Need some eggs.
Did you record that?
I should have.
That should have been a video.
Andrea was next to me. I should have been like, can you please get this? Okay.
It is one of those weird things where like Jeff covers all these games, seems to know everything about every game. Very rarely do I actually see him with a controller in his hand.
You see him on the phone all the time, so I got one of these days. I'm just gonna yank it out of his hands and be like, "Is there any the Tetris, Bejeweled, anything?"
Did he really say you got a tomato over there? Okay. No. Oh man.
But Jeff's ready for everything. Every single time you just throw any kind of information at Jeff, he's like, "I'm ready. Let's do it." But it was so funny because we played that, and there was a side-scrolling game whose name completely escapes me right now. That is
that Planet Alpha?
Yes, thank you. Blood on it.
Good pull.
And that was interesting, not as exciting at all as Overcooked. And this, just speaking specifically of judges' appointments, this is one of my favorites because the typical thing is you come in, you wait a little bit, and then they bring you into a room, they do a big speech. Where they're like, okay, here's the demos you're going to check out. Played Metro Exodus, and that was really great, but there was like a really long 20-minute demonstration where they talked about the history of the Metro series and what they wanted to add to it. We walk into this room at the hotel, and they're like, Overcooked 2. And I was like, ah! Just grabbed the controller, jumped right in, like almost the entire game was there. So they're very much ready to go. And so it's the kind of thing where like if you miss the first Overcooked game, you're not going to be missing any plot or gameplay elements. There's not like a huge leap in gameplay improvements that's going to take you a ton of time to memorize. If you like the first game, it's just more Overcooked, and that's exactly what I wanted. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. I like immediately broke embargo right away and texted Amanda like,
Overcooked 1 is a gem.
Yeah,
like I know you were
fun.
saying like, hey, you're not going to be missing any story or you're not going to be missing gameplay, but I also think that people should play Overcooked 1.
Yeah.
I think those levels.
Is Overcooked 1 on Switch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
it is.
cool.
Yeah. Play that game. It's really fun.
Yeah. And it's coming soon, so I'm excited about that.
It's also not that long. Like
it's not.
I think sometimes people get intimidated when they're like, "No, play the thing before," and it's like, "No, you can get through Overcooked very quickly."
What do you got, Blood?
So a couple other things that were in there. We got Killer Queen Black.
Yep.
Which Ian was familiar with. I have not heard of
It's
it.
like the arcade game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big in arcades.
And this is coming to Switch.
Yeah,
looks great.
Launches first on Switch, so apparently it's coming to other platforms as well.
Yeah, that was part of the rumor.
I played it briefly. It's like Joust and Control, and it gets insanely heated, competitive. Like
cool.
The arcade machine has like
nice.
Different sides, like 2 big sides with a bunch of controls and huge screens.
Wow.
The machine is massive. It's giant. But when I was at that arcade in Chicago, they were having a tournament, and we saw like 30 different unique, like professionally made, like Killer Queen T-shirts.
Wow.
People are like bonkers about this game. Yeah.
Crazy.
I remember I first saw it at Indiecade like 4, 5, 6 years ago. They had like a custom giant arcade machine there, and it's just taken off since.
That's really cool.
It's very
You don't hear a lot about like
really
arcade
cool.
buzz these days.
Really
so
Yeah.
it was like even when you said that, I'm like, what?
In Japan?
Is there a 16-bit rendition of Killer Queen within Killer Queen Black?
That I don't know, but let's say yeah.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Ian.
We also heard about a new Octopath Traveler demo. coming out.
Yeah.
Or no,
Carries-
June 14th.
Oh,
June 14th.
Which is probably just the other demo, but now the progress carries over? Because the other demo is the beginning of the game.
It says
So if you're
prologue demo, so
Oh.
it's.
I think it's
I'm
a
gonna
new
have to
demo.
play
There's
this.
story
Yeah,
tidbits, so we
prologue.
might not get in the
Gotta
initial
play it.
game, so I have to play
Yeah.
this anyway. Blah, blah, blah.
They did that with Bravely Default. They did
Yeah.
like this
Yeah,
exact
yeah.
same.
And
thing.
that's coming in a week or like in next month?
June
before-
14th.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Octopath Traveler, the king of feel good.
There was something that wasn't here that I want to. How do you feel it? There was no Metroid Prime 4.
There was no Metroid
Prime
Prime 4.
Not here at all. And when I was talking earlier, I said like I'd heard that like people like put your expectations in check for like the new stuff, like seeing stuff that
There
wasn't.
was no
coming out.
Bayonetta 3.
There's no Bayonetta 3.
That was no Bayonetta.
There was
3.
no Beautiful Joe 3.
Yeah,
Well,
no
but we're talking
Beautiful
about
Joe.
like games that have been announced.
Yeah,
you
just-
know,
yeah.
But yeah, there's
No
there were
Wii
just-
U transfers, nothing coming from the Wii U to Switch. We've talked briefly about that.
Right? Yeah, no HD remakes.
Yeah,
we did have some
the
other
new parts.
we did have some other third parties. We saw. Oh, you're talking about briefly about Dragon Ball Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
They touched on Dark Souls Remastered. They touched on Wolfenstein 2, Monster Hunter Generations, and then FIFA and Starlink.
And Hollow Knight.
Brandon, I actually wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, we got 2 Shadow Drops.
Hollow Knight. Yeah.
Hollow Knight.
It's out, dude.
Finally. Brandon. I wouldn't be surprised if the Wii U to Switch stuff was announced during the Treehouse.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think there's still a chance
that's
for
a good call, man.
Yeah.
I forgot they do stuff like that
Yeah,
all the time.
I think there's still
But it
a
looks
chance
like
for
this
that.
time they're just
also-
really focusing on Smash.
That also is a nice flavor for like a mid-year
Yeah,
direct,
but-
you know?
Yeah,
not
that's
necessarily an
true.
E3 focused
That's
thing,
true,
but
too.
like saving that kind of stuff for the in-betweens.
For sure.
That was one thing. Sorry, go back to Smash again. The December release date. That to me, that seemed a little later than I thought it would hit. Because that's after November. That's after.
Mm-hmm.
It's around the same time as Melee, though. Melee did kind of the same
it
thing.
came out in December. That's
Yeah.
right.
I feel like they always like to have it out right before the American
They
Thanksgiving
do.
holiday.
They definitely
yeah.
do. But I think they're confident this is going to be big no matter what. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw Mario Kart 8 numbers again.
Yeah.
They're just like, huh,
Oh yeah,
doesn't matter.
I mean, it's still well. It's just now they have a bit of a gap. They have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee in November. Then they have Smash Brothers in December. October was Super Mario Party.
yeah.
So I'm just trying to make sure there's a gap. Something was announced for August. Something had an August date on there.
Let me go back.
And then September is the
August.
Overcooked, I think, is
DLC
August.
for
Overcooked
Xenoblade.
is August. Xenoblade is September.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter is August.
Monster Hunter is also
Monster
August.
Hunter is
Yeah. So I think they've got that gap pretty well filled.
And then a few things, two things.
And for
19.
focusing on this year, I mean, we did Fire Emblem and Demon X Machina were both 2019 games.
I feel like Fire Emblem though had to be talked about because it was touted by them as being a 2018 game. Am I crazy? Did we not see Yoshi?
Nope. We did not see
Yoshi.
I love that you had to question it.
Like,
Yeah.
what? I thought I just maybe filtered it out.
Treehouse.
We did see Yoshi eat
Yeah.
Luigi and poop him out, but we did not see a Yoshi game.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know what's taking so long with that.
Jones just said poop him out.
That's
Poop 'em out.
I never knew that Waluigi isn't his own character. That's
I know, it's
that's
kinda
a little
weird.
messed
I
up.
mean, to be honest with you, I'm a little upset that Daisy's an Echo character before Waluigi is a character. Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Sakurai, dude. Trolling.
Yeah, there's still time.
There's still time.
And I don't know if it's easy to put up or
DLC.
not, but I sent you box
I bet
art.
Wario rubs it in his
But maybe
face.
not.
He's really pushy about
Can you
that.
imagine, dude, the last character reveals Waluigi?
I guess there isn't still time because we saw Waluigi as an assist trophy. So
Right.
that's not happening.
Oh, Dream's dead.
Yeah.
The Dream is dead.
Now E3's canceled.
Echo characters. Do you think that they're? I mean, yeah, they showed off a new one.
It's an interesting thing to like actually talk about that.
Because I think there's gonna be a lot more Echo characers.
I think that's
Sure.
Because I think they only take up the same space on the character select as
Right.
their one, and so you'll probably get you will get like Dark Link or we spent time trying to think of other ones, but I'm going to assume several characters are going to get Echo versions.
I really just hope like Mega Man has 2, that it's Proto Man and Base, and that when you do the final Smash, like it's just Mega Man taking the place of one of those two.
Yeah.
Which would make sense to me.
Box art.
Epic.
That is
Steven's
great.
getting in there right
Rock.
now.
Yeah. That title.
Put it on the
Ultimate.
wall.
Yeah, that's a poster.
That is good.
Put it
Yeah,
up.
that's coming out on a poster for sure.
If you look at that and feel nothing, like you just gotta question yourself. You gotta take stock of where you're at right now.
Young Link looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Young Link, for some reason,
too.
I'm super
Again, those
you
good
know,
faces.
Definitely into that character.
Like
Drinking
Three
the milk,
links,
man.
dude.
like it does seem like at first my first gut reaction was that it looked identical to the Wii U version, but I started to see like
Yeah, it
the
does.
graphical enhancements here and there, and now that I see it, it's just I'm being tricked by the aesthetic because like you're just the style is still very similar, but it is a graphical like update, like clearly is. And
Not the most dramatic thing.
Oh no,
ever,
yeah, it's not
but-
like anything like that, but it's enough. Like it sets itself apart. I feel. I'm sure when people get like better like gameplay footage or something like that, you'll be able to more easily tell if you can tell from the direct footage. But yeah, I'm just trying to reprocess like all the like information they done about like all the specific character changes and stuff that they're doing. Like the air recovery now, like the directional one, like it can be used now to get like extra distance.
Right.
So it is part of like your
a lot of mechanics to sink into.
Edge recovery. Yeah.
Being able to do the hop attack just so quickly at any time.
Yeah. The tweaks to different like characters as well. Like a lot of it seems like almost everyone's Final Smash is getting adjusted. Or even outright changed for a lot of these. Like the Landmaster is gone.
When he was talking about like, hey, we want to make Final Smashes quicker, it seemed like for every character that had a controllable Final Smash, like Sonic, Wario, and what was Star Fox or Fox is. They're taking all of the ones where you could run around and do stuff before.
Yeah, they're just doing an attack now.
I'm distracted. Let's do an attack now. Let's do an attack now. There's Eevee.
Go. Those come with the game. Each copy. Get a free giant plushie.
Yo, can I get that Eevee?
Those are huge.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird looking Eevee, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah, careful around Ben.
Was it me?
It's like it's kind of grumpy.
The artwork.
I like Mew's just peeking
Pikachu and
in
Eevee
the
artwork
corner.
looks like it hasn't been cut out right or something.
Can we talk about how BS it is that they're including Mew, who like getting Mew in red and blue?
Yeah, that's a dirty trick.
Not only was getting it so exciting and it actually felt mythical, but it is one of the like biggest rumors for Pokemon that like you've ever seen. Like there are just so many legends about the truck and all of this stuff, and they're including it in the Pokeball. That sucks. That's not a good way of doing that.
I felt like, I mean, they could have still used you need to have the ball, but you just go to like an event because that's how they used to do it. They go to an event, you'll download it to it. So go to they should be like anyone who is at. I mean, Eevee's too soon, but whatever next big event is after the November release, or just do a launch release. Like if you're at the launch release for it and you have the game, you will get, Mew and Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Now you buy Mew.
And now you buy it. Pay to win.
Pay to win.
You're paying to win right there. You're paying for Mew. That's some shit. I want that Mew plushie back there though. Give me that.
I want that Snorlax.
Snorlax.
I want this grumpy Eevee. That Eevee is upset that we did not see Bandit 3.
It's like not happy to be there, Eevee.
It is upset
They're upset because you gotta buy Mew.
That is a salty Eevee.
Can't believe you have to buy it.
That's one of my favorite things about the art for Smash Brothers is that like so many typically jovial, or at least like moderately competitive Nintendo Switch characters or Nintendo characters are just pissed, and then Villager's like, Yoshi's like,
I don't know if you guys caught it, but Pokemon Trainer clapping was very good.
Yeah, he looked a little upset.
Yeah,
they did a really good job with the BM claps.
Yeah.
There's plenty more we could talk about, but we actually got to start wrapping it up here because we're gonna start heading into the show. Actually,
oh my god, yeah.
Before we we're gonna give final scores. We're also gonna pick the sweetest moment in just a second. Before we do that, I just want to remind everyone here that we're actually when we leave, we will be going offline, but we will be re-hosting like Treehouse and some of the other presentations going on. So if you want to stick around, you can still check those out. But let's do the sweetest moment. What was the sweetest moment of the Nintendo Direct this year?
Brought to you by Sweet Justice.
Brought to you by
SweetJustice.audio, our E3 sponsor.
I don't know if this is justifiable in any way, but Fire Emblem was the sweetest moment for me.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Ridley because I think that's one of those things. It's like again, like those rumors that have been around forever.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna happen, and it
paid off.
There it is. There it finally happened.
That's real justification. Mine is I like Fire Emblem. So
I will focus even more closely on the experience and say that Ridley spinning Mario's decapitated hat was the sweetest moment.
That was pretty sweet.
That was pretty sweet.
I think we found a winner.
Yeah.
I
think, but now I kind of wish it was Pichu. Because he's the most adorable, precious thing.
But it reminds me of the beginning of Matrix, where it's like, I already sent in my team. Like, then your team is already dead. The sigh from Samus, like, oh man, I've lost them both.
Yeah, Jones, you nailed it.
Perfect.
The brutal death of Mario is the sweetest moment.
So, we'll never see anything like that.
No.
Nintendo will never be that violent. I love it.
Because I stung there when it was in Belmont. Yeah. I was like, okay, all right.
Still for that, Jones.
So those berries function exactly as they do in Go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Final scores. Let's go down the table, starting with you, Ben. How would you grade this?
I still think Sony was the most difficult one for me, but this is tough because I felt like it was just really catering to my specific taste. Hey, you're getting a huge Xenoblade 2 DLC. Hey, here's Fire Emblem. I don't think it was amazing. I think especially compared to past E3s with Nintendo, this isn't up there with them. However, what gives it an edge, and Jones alluded to it, we've already talked about it already, is the presentation of the Smash stuff. It was just so entertaining to watch. It was fun. They really captured the fun of Smash Brothers, and it was a celebration of all of these characters and these games that we've been a part of for a long time. So I'm gonna go with an 8.3.
All right, Bloodworth.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that it was kept like we were expecting to see more on those games that we've already have been revealed. So it is maybe more of a reflection on what they did before than what they've done this year in a way. It's like you showed us a Metroid Prime 4 logo last year because it's like that big hype moment that we're all very impressed by last year is just like, well, I guess that will happen someday.
Well, the reason I heard for why they announced Metroid Prime 4 when they did is because they knew that they were going to be showing Samus Returns, and they wanted to say, hey, if you're not into this, we've got another thing coming.
So that's a fair point.
Because they did get burnt on.
They got blasted in the face with that.
Yeah, I suppose that could be it. Yeah. But yeah, I and then we saw a lot of things that went by really fast. I think with some of those games that they had in that montage, they didn't need to be that quick fire about them. It's like seeing Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Switch for the first time. It's like wait, get this a second. But otherwise, I think that keeping it moving in general was the right call. I would have definitely liked some more reveals, but 8.5.
What?
Yeah.
Jones.
I'll drop down to an 8 because I think with Nintendo, speculating about Nintendo, to me, even considering NES was the first home console that I purchased for myself, with my brother and I saved up money to get it. So I have a long history with Nintendo, but I wouldn't consider myself a Nintendo person. But they're probably the most fun to speculate on because there's, I think a legitimate viability to almost every franchise they do because you never know when it's going to come back. Mario Party. Nobody said Mario Party today.
Right.
And then bam, there it is. And we loved it and we cracked up. And even with the hey, a bunch of actors are getting together, their friends at the local diner to play. I thought that was kind of fun. I thought I despised that much less than I thought I would. But with today, with this year, I think specifically with Metroid and Animal Crossing, there were legitimate signs, even much more so than Splinter Cell going into this E3, getting that app and then them talking about, what we're looking at right now and the integration of their mobile efforts, whether they created the game or not, going into Switch, and then, teasing Metroid Prime 4 and then having it just be completely vacant and not even doing a Sony thing where they're hey, what you can expect from this year's conference is specifically Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man. These are the games we're really going to focus on. It would have been nice for Nintendo to be don't expect Metroid. We're not, we announced that last year. I think that would have bumped this up, more than an 8. But so quick, so succinct, even the little, even when it was, the executives, there's some business talk, and they're hi, welcome to the Direct, now to pass over to this person. I thought that was very speedy.
We're putting you in a ball.
Yeah, I thought that, that was rough. Maybe 7-9. No, I'll stick with an 8, just because I thought the pace was really great. And as someone who is not a Smash fan, I was on the edge of my seat with every last announcement that they did. And it is clear that not only did they make a lot of improvements, but there's just to sit there and stare at the Wii Fit trainer being should I change it? That's somebody who really cares about their game, and I think that came across in the video. So
I actually have not changed my score yet for E3, but I'm going to change my score now.
Okay.
I think the Mew thing upsets me so much that I'm going to bump it down to a 7.8.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
You took my joke, man. I was going to do 7.8.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You beat me to
Brad, why were you going to pick a 7.8 though?
Oh, I was just going to actually do an 8. I was going to troll the fake out, but it's ruined now.
I'm sorry.
But
I honestly wasn't even thinking about the meme.
Flat 8. Great stuff. Showed a lot of games. I mean, Fire Emblem looked awesome, dude. day one purchase right there.
Formations.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the Smash deep dive. That was a deep dive. That was a great deep dive.
That is how you do a
that
deep
was a
dive.
great deep
I was
dive.
the deepest dive.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
2018.
That is how you do a deep dive.
But yeah, the Mew thing was gross.
We were drowning in that game.
Not into that at all. 8.0.
Nice. Ian, you want to give it a score?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Smash person, so like
You will be.
maybe. But like for me, this one, the only things that got me kind of excited were Mario Party and Hollow Knight, especially a Hollow Knight Shadow Drop. So like, as far as an announcement's hype, for me it was like a 4. But like I think that as a presentation, like grading it as the show, 6.8 out of 10.
All right.
Because I think like it went at a good clip. It didn't waste a lot of time, which is great. But it was very specialized and didn't have any like too many new, big, exciting moments.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my score.
Demon X Machina though.
Yeah.
That's a fun way to start it.
No Metroid though.
It was a fun way to start it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metroid would have been a fun way to anything.
Oh, absolutely.
But we did get Ridley killing Mario.
I mean, knowing as little as I know about Smash Brothers, I was still excited about that. I know next to nothing about Fire Emblem. Like I've never ever played. It's like Pokemon. I've never ever played any of those games.
Hey, Brandon.
And yeah,
it's not too late.
Brandon plays Fire Emblem. But I could tell right away, wow, this is different from what I've seen. And they look like substantial upgrades, and they look like so many exciting things that are happening on the Switch, where these developers are taking these long-standing franchises and taking this opportunity to kind of rewrite the rules. I feel that's what Smash is doing. It's like, okay, everyone's buying Nintendo consoles again? Like, let's make a Smash that everyone can love. Let's, reunite people that possibly is like, I didn't even, buy a Wii U, and Snake's back, great. I didn't skip a beat.
Right. You know what I think he's going to sell you? The Direct where they focus on Fire Emblem, and they're like, hey, we're going to spend some time walking around this castle. And I think Brendan Jones on the Switch is not going to be able to pass that up.
Damiani's castle squeal was my second place sweetest moment.
Yeah.
Look at that little Johnny walking around with them.
Yeah. The lower third is incorrect, though. They put both games, and they are clearly playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Oh.
I didn't, and that's something I didn't pay attention to. The Pikachu's just hanging.
Pikachu's just correcting right there.
Just on the shoulder there.
Nintendo on their own show.
Mark it down. You have a backpack and a Pikachu. Tail wagging. Look at my brows, adorable.
I'll wrap this up. I'll say I've been going back and forth between a 7 and a 7.5. I think I'm going to go with 7 because I liked, again, a great actual presentation. Like, good production values. Like, I love the Direct format. It works really well for them. As you said, Daemon X Machina was a good, surprise to start. The Smash Brothers Deep Dive was really good, especially since it was celebrating history and showing what old had been updated and changed was a nice twist. Rather than focusing on all this brand new stuff. What?
Just the Pichu. It still
yeah.
damages you.
Yeah.
Be careful.
And that was the end.
It's so good.
What was the other one? I was like, we were hoping it almost has ended on it as well. They said something as well.
Right
it was
at the
like
very beginning, it was just
They just said the end.
Oh yeah, the end. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that'd be so great. People would be so salty. Yeah, Shadow Drop of Hollow Knight was a nice thing. Fire Emblem it was just speaking to me. That was really good. But I think whether anyone feels it's fair or unfair or not, E3 is always about excitement and it is about announcements and new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Nintendo is a little bit on the weaker end with that. And I think Sony and Microsoft had more surprises, and it might just not be Nintendo's year. There might not have been enough ready to show. They can't always pick and choose, sometimes based on development cycles. But that's also why we get these great years where you have these a slew of amazing reveals all back to back. You're like, that's legendary and stuff. You can't have that every year. So yeah, it's a 7 out of 10. It was still really good. Still good stuff, a good presentation. Just a little bit more punch next time, hopefully, with they have more exciting stuff to reveal.
Damiani, I'm not going to change my score, but I agree with you the most, I think. That was very well said.
Yeah, you convinced me. I'm bumping it, dude.
I think you're right on the money.
It, dude. And I was thinking about Metroid. No Metroid. 7.5. 7.5 Still good.
And yeah, no Animal Crossing.
No Animal Crossing.
A little sad.
Woof.
That's
two strikes for
part
blood.
of the Animal Crossing anger on blood.
2 strikes for blood.
I don't know if we'd be as upset.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, Blood? I'm shifting all of my Yoshi animosity to you.
Whoa!
Okay? Now every time Blood's name's gonna come up, I'm gonna be like, oh.
It's gonna come up a lot. You have to deal with that a lot.
You better hope they announce that game soon.
We just had a paradigm shift here.
Oh, man.
But,
this was fun.
Yeah, hopefully, you liked it as well.
Yeah, it's too bad E3's over, you know?
Yeah.
Odyssee's underrated.
It's not. Starting.
Bro,
I thought you were going to say Odyssee's not underrated.
It's not.
We are heading off to the show floor now, all of us, and we are going to be busy at E3 for the rest of the day. But we will be back tonight at 8 p.m. We will resume our live coverage with impressions from the show. We're going to have a lot of good stuff, including Smash Brothers. I think Ben and I are going to get to play it today.
A live version of the Easy Allies podcast.
Yes, look for that. Kyle will be back tonight, and we'll have that ready to go. And it's going to be Brandon, Bossman, Huber, and me will be on that.
Nice.
So expect a lot of Resident Evil 2 discussion.
Michael Huber and myself are playing Resident Evil 2 remake
Yeah.
today.
man.
We're seeing
Cyberpunk today.
playing Sekiro today.
It's an hour-long appointment for Cyberpunk.
It's not a competition.
It is, damn it.
Okay.
All of that and more
Huber
will be
wins.
waiting for
Yes.
you when we come back at 8 p.m. And as I said earlier, or if you just haven't just tuned in, between now and then, we're going to be rehosting other streams, including Treehouse, and Sony and Microsoft. They're going to be showing off some other games, like in-depth walkthroughs and stuff like that. So you can leave it here if you want. And go ahead. No, you go ahead. I was going to wrap it up.
If you would like to support us, you can do so on patreon.com/easyallies. That is how all of this happens. That is how we are able to keep at this crazy job. That's how we're able to maintain this studio, to do the job that we do. And thank you for all of your impressions of E3. We are at the 50-yard line. This is the mental shift
Halfway.
where we go from sitting and watching and freaking out and desiring to grasp these delicious things and then going and then shoving it all in our face and talking about it later. So if you enjoyed what you saw so far, there's much more to come. And if you want more to come even after that, a good way to do that is go to patreon.com/easyallies. There's all sorts of monetary ways you can support us. $1 would be a great support, not only just to get that financial support, but you would get exclusive shows, including a fun exclusive show that's going to be premiering very, very soon called And For That Reason. And there's also lots of other things. You can get early access to shows, other integration with some of the stuff that we do, questions you can send us, live Q&As. We do a showcase where we show off art and video and stuff like that. And patreon.com/easyallies is a fun place you can go to just get extra stuff. It's kind of like our blog, where you can go and when we put up reviews, you can get a little behind the scenes stuff on our process. And we put up posts every now and then just to let people know updates on the production process of certain shows. And it's just a jolly place to be. And so we would appreciate, I know if you're rolling your eyes and you're like, I usually don't get money and stuff like that, just go and check it out. No obligation. It's just a fun place if you want to know more about us. And also easyallies.com, and of course everything on social media.
Nice.
Just a very quick plug, because I think it is easy to miss in the midst of all the E3 stuff, and I think that's totally understandable. But there is a full 3-hour frame trap for you to listen to if you need something to pick away at during the show.
We're not going to be back till 8.
Yeah.
Good
I think we're also doing a special frame trap later on where it'll be noodles and broth, and that's its own thing.
Thursday night.
But we're talking about recently released games like Vampire and Detroit, and there's a very great moment with Huber. And so if that's something you're interested in, a new episode is out for people who are unfamiliar.
And I just exported our Dragon Quest XI impressions. So that, I also sat down with Mr. Benmore and I told him about a bunch of Sega Atlas games, and that was very fun. For him to ask me questions. Played like Shining Resonance Refrain. The games I normally would not check out, Persona 5, Dancing in Starlight, or Dancing in Moonlight, or whatever. Dancing in Starlight. That was a jolly conversation. I really enjoyed that. That will be going up very soon. So, and again, there's I played a bunch of the stuff that we've talked about. The embargo finally went up on Sable. And I mentioned just briefly on Twitter what I thought about that game, but I'll be tossing out some other fun Judges Week impressions. Had some of the fellas join me for some of those appointments. So, tons and tons and tons of impressions left to talk about. The fellas. It's fun.
I have one last plug. Wednesday, Kingdom Hearts Insider staff will be joining Brad and I to discuss all the Kingdom Hearts 3 news that came out yesterday in the day before and talk more about like our impressions and stuff after playing and everything like that. So it'll be happening Wednesday at 9, I believe, 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes, just something. But that's it. We will see you all later tonight at 8 p.m. And until then, enjoy E3.
Thank you for joining us for this year's E3 celebration. We're thrilled to bring you our reactions and analysis of all the big announcements, as well as impressions from as many games as we can get our hands on at the show. If this is your first time tuning in, Easy Allies is an independent group of experienced writers and producers covering games and having fun in a variety of ways. We make a range of reviews, previews, podcasts, shows, and other surprises that you can find either at youtube.com/easyallies or here on Twitch. You can also check easyallies.com to find our full schedule, current shows, reviews, and more. All of this is made possible through the support of fans just like you. If you enjoy this week's coverage or any of our other content, consider stopping by patreon.com/easyallies and becoming a monthly patron. For just $1 a month, you can gain access to exclusive videos, and there are a number of other rewards from early access to community interaction if you can give more. Whether you're able to support us financially or just want to hang out, thank you for being here with us for the most exciting week of the year.